All right, guys, we're back, and we are on episode 10. That is 2 digits. Like, I remember when I turned 10 years old, most exciting feeling ever. This is how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
We are so mature now. We've gone so far. How's everyone doing today? We're doing lovely.
Doing fantastic.
As always, we'll just start by like introducing people because segues are terrible things. As always, I'm Kenny.
I'm Luke, and we are joined by a very special guest.
Who is known for his amazing lip syncing skills and his dancing eyebrows. Lincoln.
Hi. How are you guys?
We're lovely. Thank you for coming on.
Thank
we were
you.
just saying before the podcast started, this is our first actual guest that we've had on that we haven't just dragged on the podcast. Like, come on, we need somebody.
Wasn't just like people we knew from high school.
I'm very honored to be that guest. Thank you guys for having me.
We're honored for you to come on. You're quite the busy guy now as of late. All summer, actually, you've had quite the year.
It's been an adventure, to say the least.
Okay, yeah, so you decide to grab the beer after.
Yes.
That's
how I roll. Oh, I don't want the pumpkin yet.
Am I going to have to play mediator?
Yes. We'll see how this goes. Just a little background information. You may know Lincoln from. He posted a video earlier. Was it May?
May 13th.
May 13th. He posted a video titled
I challenged Jimmy Fallon to a lip sync battle.
That's what's. I know Jimmy Fallon lip sync was in there. I don't know.
Couldn't remember the exact title.
Yes. Yeah, which actually it went pretty viral, especially in Alberta area. You're over 150,000 views on the video right now.
No, 130.
130.
Some, yeah.
That's impressive.
It did 100,000 views in a week, the first week,
crap.
and then it's done 30,000 since that initial week.
Wow.
My most viral video was 78 views.
I'm so proud of you.
It was a feat.
I got 1,000 thanks to complete search engine like SEO. That's it.
I don't know what that means.
And what were the? I know you're supposed to be interviewing me, but what was your video that got 78 views?
Oh, video. I think I have 2 that got that many. I got 3 videos. Sorry, I'm getting too. I'm too big for this podcast, guys. I'm leaving right now. The first one I posted ever was a phone video of a dog that's was mine, but it's not mine anymore. Breakups are shitty. Drinking water in a very bizarre way, she got water absolutely everywhere. It's actually a funny video. I'll show you guys. Well, let's make it 80 views. That one, and then I did another one where I want to start posting daily. Oh, just for that, we're 2 out of 3 of us are sick right now, so expect a lot of coughing. Tis the season of flu, so get used to it. I'm sorry.
Tis the season. That's not a song.
Yeah, and like cold, like not Ebola like sick, but sorry, I had to say Ebola.
That's awful.
I had to say Ebola.
Awful.
I'm sorry. We're actually in a bubble right now, guys. Luke's on the other side of the bubble.
No human contact.
Yeah.
No.
Oh man,
this bottle opener sucks.
Yeah, I know. Oh fuck, what was I talking about?
Your other video they got.
Yeah, I decided I want to start a vlogging channel. I moved to Edmonton, and that lasted like a month. I posted one of me going on a hike, which was a really nice hike. It was right near just outside Jasper, and I think the only reason why I got so many views is because I wrote hike and fall, because at the very top of the mountain, I tripped and fell and just ate shit completely while recording it. I think that's the only reason. And the third video that had my most views was moving into an apartment and touring it. That's
Pretty sure those were like
so you MTV Cribs'd yourself?
Pretty much, yeah. Except it was like a
come on in, guys.
Like,
I know what I'm doing.
This is where the magic happens.
Why don't we do that with this studio?
This under my mattress is where all my money is, and it's like a $5 bill.
Well, $4.50.
2 toonies and 2 quarters.
Yeah.
For all the people that don't know what a toonie is, it's a $2 coin.
Yes. For
we're Canadian.
For the people in Norway,
they know we're Canadian.
Yeah.
Let's hope they know we're Canadian.
By now.
We've told the exact location of our studio. So
a few times.
Actually, fun. We like to go on tangents here. My parents listened to the podcast for the first time, which was last episode.
Yeah.
Not the best one to listen to, I don't think, but they enjoyed it.
What did they say?
My dad said, "You guys talk way too fast." As I'm talking,
Yeah, we do.
As I'm rambling on right now. My mom said, You shouldn't reveal the location of your actual podcast." I was like, Mom.
She's probably right, though. She's just looking out for you.
Yeah.
You're your mommy's little boy.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
hopefully by the time like we get big enough to get doxxed, we'll have moved.
I don't know what dox means.
It's doxing is when like they like people.
Isn't that when like you take a penis that's circumcised and a penis that's not
I think we went over this on a previous one.
I think we talked about this on a podcast before.
Docking, yes. That was Taylor's podcast.
Yeah, why do we talk about that so much?
I don't know.
I think I bring it up.
Yeah. But yeah, doxing is when they like reveal your internet, like they people on the internet reveal your location.
I think that's
and,
the
like,
exact
and,
like that's the exact same intro.
Send hate mail, stuff like
Whoa.
that. Yeah, come to your house.
We already get hate mail.
Yeah.
You get hate mail?
Well, we got a hate Facebook status.
We got one. We got a negative review. Don't call it hate mail.
I like calling it hate mail. So that's the extent.
And
of
what did you get 1,000 views for?
It was a video. It's probably the dumbest video I've ever made. It was also my second most effort I've ever put into a video. It was a 45-second video of Joe Beretta from SourceFed.
All right.
Eating chips or something in super slow motion with dramatic music behind him, and then there was explosions.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I can't say this is my first video to get thousands of views. I had one from high school that, I mean, the last time I looked at it, it had over 20,000 or something.
Wow.
And it's basically, I just titled it Angry Fan. And it was our high school hockey game with teachers versus students. And the video is one of the teachers scoring on the students, and me screaming, fuck you, Monty, fuck you. And then it's 12 seconds, and somehow it got 20,000 views. I mean, it is what it is.
We're gonna start getting into that, but we're kind of already getting in the conversation.
Oh, yeah, right.
We still have some. This is something I usually tell people before we start the podcast, but make sure phones are on silent, because we've had instances where they're not on silent.
Do you have your timer started this time?
I started it 57 seconds ago.
Okay.
Which in normal fashion, I forget to set it. We have our weekly shot of tequila, and as you know, last episode we officially have our second bottle of tequila, so this is dubbed season 2.
And as you know by now, Kenny sucks at pouring shots.
Yeah, so these ones are a little bigger than they need to be.
It's huge.
But
was this the Jose Cuervo?
This was a Jose Cuervo.
Okay.
Well, you give me a look as if, oh no, they taste all the same. It's tequila. It's gross.
It's gross regardless.
So this will clear our throats. And because I didn't come up with one, Lincoln's gonna do this week's toast, and we haven't heard it yet, so I'm a little nervous. But.
It's kind of a toast. It's actually not really a toast, but I just want to send a big fuck you to all the everything pumpkin spice.
Oh,
I hate everything pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice or pumpkin?
Anything pumpkin spice.
Okay, pumpkin spice. Because we have pumpkin beer in that thing right
now. Oh, pumpkin itself is fine, but everything pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin spice
Ugg boots, Lululemon sweaters.
I mean, I love.
Are we still gonna put the Ugg boots on this couch?
Oh yeah, we have to put the Ugg. What was I forgot behind
that? Something about how this couch is very basic.
Oh yeah,
so we're gonna put Ugg boots on it and call it the
basic
couch. I'm sitting on the basic couch.
Yeah. The basic.
Does that make me a basic bitch? Am I lumped into the basic? Am I part of the basic bitches now?
I don't know if it's an honor or like a diss to be a.
I can't tell either because I know I'm not basic.
Yeah, we'll keep you posted on how that develops.
I will say I've always wanted to try pumpkin spice latte just so I know what the very concept of whiteness tastes like.
Oh. Anyway,
I have a thing. Yeah, two
fuck
basic
pumpkin
bitches.
Spice everything. Two basic bitches.
Two basic bitches.
Why are you so basic? Yeah, that was.
Oh.
I'm definitely getting better at taking those.
That's what she said.
Oh, I fucking hate tequila.
You're not alone. We like we're like masochists. We just really like to torture ourselves because neither of us like tequila.
I can tell.
Yeah, it's not very lovely.
All right.
Back onto the show, and since we're talking about alcohol, we'll kind of get into our featured alcohol beverage of the week. Actually, we have an assortment.
It's a Shock Top variety pack.
This episode brought to you by Shock Top.
Actually, the liquor store we buy these from, they know about our podcast. She was like, "Do you like promote us on your podcast?" I was like,
I was about to say, I was about to go under promotion now. What?
I don't should we? What's the name of the liquor store?
The Carstairs Liquor Store right across the street from the Co-op.
Your local liquor store for everything.
It's Close enough. Across the street
There's
from the co-op
five.
parking
You have to
lot.
be very specific.
The one across from the parking lot.
Yeah,
of the
shout out
co-op.
to you guys.
The one next to Countries or Hunters Country Inn.
I went there
Yeah.
today. We waited like an hour and a half for food.
Really?
For eggs. Eggs don't take an hour and a half.
I've never been there on Saturday, but on Sunday they're actually really good. Sunday they're good.
No.
So you went out for brunch.
No, it was 10 o'clock.
You basic bitch.
Basic.
It was pretty basic, actually. It was very basic of us. Lisa wanted to do it.
Oh.
Lisa.
Oh, Lisa.
Lisa,
wanted
you
to.
and all your basicness. You and your Ugg boots that aren't actually Uggs. I give her a hard time about that.
Are
Okay,
they
let's-
just
let's-
sheepskin?
Yeah, they're like no name Uggs.
We have things to talk about. This is supposed to be a kind of interview. Let's maybe we should try that interview thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, so we're gonna get back into talking about your experience on the YouTubes and all your success so far. And the first question I really want to know is why. Like,
Why what?
why?
Be more
Why
specific.
do you want to be on Jimmy Fallon?
Why-
What
why-
inspired
Why
that?
not?
Why?
I understand.
Exactly. That is Luke. Go ahead, Luke. Answer for me.
Why not?
And
Anything
that's the
else, Luke?
simplest. And yeah, exactly. That's the simplest answer. Is why not? It looks like the most fun.
If I could pick actually, here's a question. Yours is answered already. If you could be on any talk show, what show would you want to be on?
Talk shows. That would
Daytime,
be-
evening.
I've got 3 or 4. One honestly I can't. The name completely escapes me right now, but it's like it's a British talk show where like I can't even remember.
Is
what
it
the
a
name
guy
is.
who's? I don't
They've
know.
always
I don't know
they've
British talk
always
shows.
they've always got all these celebrities on it, and it just looks like the guy is just like really funny. The other ones would be.
Oh, is it Stephen Fry? Is that the one you're talking about?
No.
Okay.
Crap. I can't even remember what the name it is. But the other ones would be, of course, Jimmy Fallon, Craig Ferguson, and Conan.
Fair enough. I think mine would probably be Jimmy Fallon. Actually, it's not on anymore, but I would have loved to be on Chelsea Lately. Have you ever seen that show?
I fucking hate Chelsea Handler.
I love Chelsea Handler. She's just so bitchy and obnoxious.
You
It's
like
awesome.
the worst things.
I love
like,
the worst things.
yeah.
I think
I was waiting for a sounds like shark rip right in there.
I was, you know, what? I was thinking
like,
about it. I was thinking about it, but then it's
coming
too,
from the guy who's
fucking
wearing a
too easy.
St. Louis Blues jersey.
That's right.
Had to rep his team.
That's right.
Yeah.
On the podcast, no one can see what he's wearing.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna post it on Facebook. People are gonna see this.
That's right. We'll stand
know.
we'll stand in front of the Sounds Like Shark flag. It'll be all good.
Yeah.
So what talk show would you like to be on?
Well, see, for me,
Ellen.
obviously, Ellen. Yeah, I would love to be on Ellen. I think Ellen would be a blast, like a lot of fun. Obviously, Jimmy Fallon, and probably, not Late Night with Seth Meyers because I don't like Seth Meyers.
Yeah.
Probably Conan.
Yeah.
I like what Conan does, and his hair, the flippy thing he does with his hair is just
It's fantastic hair. Yeah.
oh,
Would you touch it?
his hair.
Yeah.
I would.
I would
absolutely-
definitely ask him.
Yeah. I wouldn't ask him. I'd just go up and grab it. Because I feel if it get awkward if I asked, if I just went up there and touched it and just walked away.
I'd go up and like my hands like inches from his hair. Like, can I touch it?
Just your hands are like deep within his orange curls, and you're just, can I feel your hair? Well, now this is another thing that I have a lot of questions to ask.
Ask away.
How far have you heard from Jimmy Fallon yet? First off,
No.
What's the extent of that?
I've heard no, I haven't heard anything from I guess it would be his team at NBC or anybody that does their social media and stuff. Unfortunately, most of the response that I've gotten is just locally, and actually not even just locally, like all across the country.
Which is a pretty big feat in itself.
Yeah. I mean, I had there was a radio station in Vancouver that hit me up for an interview. There was a radio station in Toronto that hit me up for an interview. Obviously stuff all around Calgary here, or like Calgary area, and yeah, like it I don't know, like I don't even know what to say. Like I didn't expect it to
Yeah, it definitely
do
blew
what
up.
it did.
And I kept tabs on when it first came out, and when the accounts started blowing up, I was like, whoa. First I watched a video and I was like, this guy's fucking hilarious. Just that leads into another question I have to ask you. I'm a horrible interviewer.
You should have wrote these down.
I've been meaning to all week. I was
Of
like,
course.
Saturday I'll do it. And I ended up being in here. I found notepads and everything.
Start taking notes on your phone, dude.
They come to me. I'm on the whim kind of person.
Then start writing them down as they come to you.
Well, maybe they'll come back. If not, they weren't meant to be asked. Do you feel that if you directed this towards Ellen, you'd have better response? Because she's all about the viralness. She just had. Did you hear that she just had that 11-year-old girl from Edmonton who danced hip hop to Anaconda?
Yes. I didn't see the video, but I heard about it. That she had her on. Yeah. No, she's very big into the viralness of things, and she just had that. What the hell, kid? The
no,
the actually kid
Yeah.
or the possibly
no,
kid?
actually, no.
The little orange haired kid.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
why
talking
don't, Yeah,
about.
why don't I fucking? What does he? What's his?
I can't fucking remember.
His grandpa.
He was on like a news
I think
reporter.
actually, it was the actually kid. No,
Was
it
it
wasn't actually. I was gonna bug the hell out of him. Anyways, that kid.
Actually, it wasn't actually.
No.
Yeah, and I mean,
actually.
she's had people like the Linda, that kid.
Linda,
They had him
Linda,
on.
listen, Linda.
Linda Honey.
Linda, honey. Oh my god, I do that to my fiance all the time now. I think. So, are you asking like if I had geared it from the beginning towards Ellen? Maybe it would have gotten a bigger
Yeah.
response. Not necessarily, because it's not necessarily something that she has done on her show.
That's the answer I thought of. I said, screw it. I'm still gonna put him on the spot.
It made more sense to do it for Jimmy Fallon because Jimmy Fallon actually does the lip sync battles. So, I mean, obviously, if Ellen had been able to help out, or if, I don't know, somehow it sparks up and goes even more viral again.
Well, maybe this podcast can give it that bump it finally needs.
I hope so.
Ellen listens to our podcast on a regular basis.
I hope so.
actually.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
so.
she's always tweeting us.
She's our most
Facebooks me and
dedicated
shit. I have her
fan.
number right here. She's always calling me. Ken, when's the next podcast coming out?
How's Portia?
Just text me.
Portia's. She's all right. She's high maintenance.
She's in a mood lately.
Yeah, she's. I don't know. They're having some like problems as far as all their animals they have.
Oh, God.
I don't. That's all I know about Ellen and Portia. Okay, enough for that question. The other question I was gonna. Oh fuck! See, this is why I write shit down.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you this for like 3 weeks now.
To write stuff down. Yeah,
4 weeks.
I don't. Speaking of writing stuff down, I did download that the app.
And you haven't used it at all.
No.
Which app?
Evernote.
Evernote.
This episode brought to you by Evernote.
If we could have a sponsor, that'd
I'm
be.
pretty sure we did that last episode, dude. That exact.
Did we?
Yeah.
We like to repeat stuff. We have
There
like
you
a
go.
recurring thing
Repeat
that we
stuff.
forget what we
Repeat
do.
stuff.
Okay,
Repeat
we've done
stuff.
that too. Okay, enough. Back onto this video thing. So,
What do you wanna know?
130,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
You've gone on to all these radio stations. What's the weirdest thing that's come from this? I know how overwhelming it is. I know how crazy it's gone, and I think I know. I've looked at all this stuff. I've looked at your website. I've looked at all your different things, and I think I know the answer, an answer to this. But I want to see what you say. What's the weirdest?
You think you know
Unexpected thing.
the weirdest?
I
don't think you do, and it's okay.
That's the sound of the heater kicking on right
Yeah.
now. Does anyone else hear that?
Yeah,
I might be able to edit that out. I don't
Oh,
know.
we'll see. We'll see your skills. Anyways, back to your question.
Okay, the weirdest thing that happened, and I should take it as a compliment. Well, this isn't the weirdest thing, but one of the weird things was the amount of guys that I had commenting on the video telling me that I was cute,
Yep.
etc. Blah, blah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the weirdest thing.
No, that's when I was
There was
pretty
one
normal.
specific guy who is from Australia and decided to send me an email.
Asking to be on this podcast.
He was asking for like photos of me, like sexy photos of me, and I was like, "Okay, done."
Huh.
You didn't send the poor guy sexy photos.
No.
Do you know how much shit you could have done with that St. Louis jersey?
Oh, I know.
You could have taken it and stapled
just
it
the
between the
jersey.
legs and just
Yeah.
done some poses.
Yeah,
I don't know why I went for the surfer look, but
Well, the Australian surfer thing.
That-
No,
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
No, I connected the dots. I don't know. It was I think at that point, that was at the end of the first week where I was just kind of like, I didn't know where all of this was going. I didn't know what it was all going to.
I imagine it's very overwhelming.
Pretty amazing.
I was. I mean, I couldn't focus on anything. My phone was ringing off the hook. I was getting texts from all these people that I haven't talked to since high school that were going like, "Hey, I just saw you on TV," and like I got a call from my grandpa one morning who I hadn't talked to in a couple months, and he left me a voicemail. He said, "Lincoln, it's your grandpa. Guess who I saw on TV this morning? Talk to you later." And he had no idea about what was going on. He just happened to turn on CBC that morning, and there's my mug on the fucking TV. So I think he was like calling me to find out what the fuck's going. Like, why are you everywhere right now?
Yeah,
because I was everywhere.
And of course, you can't explain YouTube to an elderly gentleman. Anybody older. I'll do women too. They're terrible.
I don't know. You can go on there and you can put up videos of porn. No, not porn.
What kind of videos are these?
You can submit your own porn on certain websites, but not on YouTube because of nudity, blah 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 blah. And
I just want to say that whenever I tell people like what I'm doing here, their first assumption is like, "Oh, what are you shooting gay porn or something?" Because I tell them like, "Oh yeah, I'm like setting up this studio. We got all these lights and like fancy equipment."
I'm thinking maybe that's
one of your hobbies. I like to make videos. Gay porn. Yep.
Yep, I've had that exact conversation.
That's maybe that'll be our output for this podcast. Maybe that's how we get popular. We'll get
maybe that'll be our
We'll start
title.
posting these on
Wieners.
on like XTube and all that shit and Pornhub, and we'll
This
just.
podcast brought to you by Wieners.com.
Pornhub's all about that.
Is there a Wieners.com?
I don't probably.
Well, I can almost guarantee.
Want to play a game? Who wants to Google Wieners.com?
I'll do it right now.
Okay, we're gonna Google Wieners.com. While you do that, I'm gonna get into the.
I do want to. We mentioned Pornhub. Did you hear what they did in Times Square?
Oh, the big advertisement
For Walking Dead?
No.
Is that Pornhub's doing?
They erected a giant billboard advertisement. I guess they were running a contest for like who can design a safer work advertisement for Pornhub. The winner would become like a creative
Porn
director
star?
for their ad department.
Right.
And it was a giant ad of like two hands like holding up like the heart symbol, and it was like oh my god, I can't even remember what it said.
Looking it up.
Yeah,
You look up wieners.com, I'll look up
it was amazing, and it got taken down in a couple hours because I guess the hotel that had the billboard like got enough complaints. They're like, no, you got to take it down.
While you guys start Googling stuff, I guess I'll just carry the weight of this podcast. Actually, I have another question. You have 2 lip sync videos up, correct?
Yes, number 1 and number 2.
Number 1, of course, is a big one. Number 2, however, is not available on mobile. So for the longest time, I couldn't. I thought I was like, oh, maybe it's just copyright or something. They took it down. I actually finally went on the computer and watched it. And for both of them, I'm just gonna sum it up like just both of them. How do you pick the songs?
Oh.
What was the process in that? And I'm sure
Picking
you've got
the
these
songs?
questions over and over again.
Yes, so I know you guys are looking for some magical answer.
No, not really.
But it was literally like I opened my iTunes and I was
hit
going
shuffle.
I was going down I didn't even hit shuffle. Like I was just going down the list and I was like, ooh, I like that song. I like that song. I like that song. Fleetwood Mac's my favorite. Ooh, Little Mermaid. Like it was literally like just going down the list, picked and I didn't even pick a whole list before I started filming them. I just like, and how it started is I started with, because they go in the order that they were filmed in, from the start of the video to the end. And I started with Fleetwood Mac's Everywhere. Just set up my camera, hit record, and hit play on the song. And I only recorded 1 take for each song. And then I just took the best bits out of each take. So it wasn't like I was standing there trying to do it over and over and over and over. But yeah, I literally started with that song and I was like, oh, because initially in my mind, it was like, oh, I'll just do All of Everywhere. And then I realized I don't know All of Everywhere.
I don't know all of Everywhere.
Exactly. So I was like, what other song could I do? And then I took Empire of the Sun, Celebrate. And I,
Panic at the Disco.
Yeah, exactly. Like Kanye. Kanye.
He tweeted you? Please tell me he tweeted you.
No, God, that would be so awesome. No, Kanye.
He's like, yo, man, I like your video and all, but that's my song, and gonna have to sue you about that. Oh, I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm Kanye.
I figured,
Kanye
I figured I
best.
might get some blowback from Yeezus, but it didn't happen. I'd have to say, doing.
Just want to say my version is the best version of all time.
Sorry, what?
Oh, no, it's okay. I have to say that doing Kanye was probably my favorite song out of the whole video.
Which Power? Or
No, Power was the second video.
Power
The
was
first
second.
video was Bound to.
honey, that's the only part of the song I know.
Honey.
Do you think you are the best? Okay, enough with the singing. I have another question.
Go on.
Do you think you're the best
Such a
lip
diva.
syncer?
Do I think I'm the best lip syncer?
Yeah. What on level of like lip syncosity, which is a word I just made up? Where do you think you sit on the scale? Do you feel like you could just go up against? Because I know it's on Amp Radio you were on.
Could
We'll
you
talk
win
about that
a
in
world
bit.
championship?
No, not so much world champion. I know Amp Radio posted a video of a lip sync battle, and you went with the DJs, and they were terrible. I'm sorry. Nice people. They're not good lip syncers. But how do you feel? Who do you feel?
Could you beat Milli Vanilli in a competition?
Was it,
Milli Vanilli.
Pop stars who were famous for a scandal that they were totally lip syncing every single one of their songs.
oh, good joke, good joke. I'm sorry to ask about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ruined it.
I know.
Killed it.
Yeah, I could beat Milli Vanilli.
For
sure.
So
That's a high
lip
class.
syncing, personally, I think I'm a very good lip syncer because I have the skill, which I'm sure maybe this is the same skill you have, that you can memorize lyrics very quickly and very efficiently, and that you can play when you have a song stuck in your head, you play the whole song through.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same?
And it's not just about the lyrics, it's also the way they sound when they're being sung and like trying to replicate that with your
eyebrows.
your own eyebrows.
Sorry, that's the most fascinating thing, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Whether it's on the podcast or not, before you leave, I'm gonna play a song. I don't want to watch you dance with those fucking eyebrows because that is. I mean, the second video you did with that Cruella DeVille chick, the one from Calgary. I don't know what her name is.
Oh,
That song. Yeah. Have you met her yet?
have I met her? No.
Well, she's from Calgary.
I know.
Isn't she? And she's.
I know, and I
need to
did her
make this
song.
happen.
You're like the most famous person to come from Calgary this summer besides her. So I don't know.
summer.
Maybe you guys are
So I'm the second most famous person to come from Calgary this summer.
this summer. I think so. I don't know. You're the only other one I've heard of. So that instantly means you're in the top two.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
That's like I mean, as far as internet goes, let's not get into like politics and all that shit. But I won't take this away from you. No, you haven't met her yet.
No.
She seems interesting. We'd love to have her on the podcast. If you're listening to this, Cruella DeVille, whatever your name is.
Cruella DeVille.
Yeah, we'd love to have you on here.
Oh, I was just talking about her today with somebody.
Was it like her songs really meh? Because every time I bring her up, that's what I have to say.
Now we're never gonna get her on. Thanks.
Oh, I just burned that bridge. Whatever.
Yeah.
No, seriously though, I have to say, and I'm not just because you're on the guest here, but the dance you did with those eyebrows is the best thing that's come from that song.
You're just really on those eyebrows, aren't you?
Have you seen them yet?
Yes.
Do you want to touch them?
Yes, I will. Well, after the podcast, we'll do a video. I won't ask. I'm just gonna come up and start touching them.
Oh God.
And walk away.
It's like Conan's hair.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I
it's a bit close to
I just want to say wieners.com. It is a website, but it's like one of those park domains where they just have it and they're like you can buy it for this.
Oh really?
We can buy wieners.com.
Yeah.
I wonder what it was.
The like tagline of the site is wieners.com, the leading wieners site on the net.
Sweet.
We have to like take that shit up.
I'm
now.
actually gonna click the link and see what it has like.
Have it redirect to your podcast site.
Yes.
Yes.
Wieners.com.
Oh, you have to like complete a form to get a free price quote.
Of course.
Whatever, fill the form
You
out.
always
We
have to
time.
complete a form.
I'm doing it.
These podcasts go on way too long anyways. Just start filling that form out.
No, my name
So-
isn't like
What
stupid autocorrect.
what kind of music do you like? Because I was trying to figure that out. And I was like, okay, he's got all these different genres, which obviously you did that because you wanted to cover everything. What?
And
what do you
I will
listen-
say, before you move on, I didn't do that purposefully.
Really?
And honestly, it just happened that way. And then somebody else pointed out to me where they're like, oh, you covered like a whole bunch of genres in that. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, that was on purpose.
I feel if
That
we
was on
compared our
purpose.
iPods, we'd have very similar songs on our iPod.
You think?
I think so. Again, maybe we'll have to do this after the podcast, just because the way the songs you have on there, and I'm gonna admit I don't have Little Mermaid, but all the songs you have on there, and just how random and different they are,
Yeah.
reminds me a lot about like the type of music I listen to.
Fair
because
enough.
It's very random and obscure. Not obscure. Obscure is the wrong word because it's the most like mainstream shit out there. But it's an assortment of different genres of music. And I feel if I were to do the same thing, which I thought about, I was like, what?
Maybe we should just do like a whole like mega like the three of us just doing that. After
we should
this
do
podcast.
like a third one. That was the first thing I was like, before even I think it was after I asked you.
I mean, I have my camera here.
I was like, I would totally battle him to a lip sync battle.
Lip sync battle.
Another way.
This episode brought to you by lipsynclebattle.com.
.com.
Previously known as wieners.com. No, but yeah, same thing. It's kind of, you go through the music, it's like, what songs would I choose? And the variety of songs you picked remind me of the kind of music that I would listen to. So I'm guessing, I'm going to just go on a limb here and say, you like all kinds of music.
I do.
You like all kinds of
I
music.
do like all kinds of music. I'm a very big Fleetwood Mac fan, and I'm very glad that that's my favorite Fleetwood Mac song of all time, and I'm very glad that got included in the video. I do like Kanye's music. I don't necessarily like him as a person, but I do.
Don't tell him that.
Nope, won't tell you, Jesus.
Kanye, we love you.
I mean, Panic at the Disco. I liked that when I was growing up. It just it was one of those things that I just happened to have it on my computer.
First CD I ever owned was
and it
that
randomly.
CD.
The first CD I ever owned when I was a kid, the very first CD I ever bought was the Space Jam soundtrack.
That's awesome.
I remember that specifically.
Did you know that the original Space Jam website is still up?
Yep.
It is the most 90s thing in the world.
Oh, it's bad, but it's
amazing.
so good.
When people
Hurts
say
so
that.
bad. Nope, hurts so good. I don't know. That's not a
Come
song.
on, baby.
Hurts so good.
Okay, this is a part where we casually grab the guitar. Someone gets on the drum set, and we just start.
And then you
jamming
just start
Do you play
covering
any instruments? How
Shake It Off.
musical are you?
How musical am I? Well, I'm a vocalist. That's what I was when I was.
actually?
Yes.
Screamo.
Yeah.
Like some bit of attack.
I call it metal, but yeah.
Yeah.
I have this skill. Sorry, while you totally interrupt me with that cough.
You're such a diva. Oh my god.
I have a really good thing where I can like totally peg people for things they like and things they do, and yeah. When
beard,
someone says
isn't
they're a vocalist, no, it's when you said vocalist, I knew.
Yeah, because it's
Screamo
not
metal.
like, oh yeah, no, I can
I'm a
sing
singer.
too, but
We might have to end this podcast on a jam here. I'm not
Cool.
not putting you on
We
the spot
might.
or anything,
I
but
don't know. That's fine.
Can you do screamo type music on an
no,
acoustic?
we're gonna be doing "Shake It Off" by Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
because that's
Oh.
still my favorite song. Do you like Taylor Swift?
You know what? I do.
I love her whiteness.
Thank you.
She's the most. She's not even basic though. She's
She's
She's beyond.
she's beyond basic because she's like patient zero
Yeah.
of basicness.
She goes beyond the event horizon and just brings it right back to amazing.
If there was a show called The Walking Basic, she would be patient zero instead of The Walking Dead.
I don't want Walking Dead.
No, neither do I. I actually don't like that show.
Do you
but-
like Game of Thrones?
I like the first season of
No,
Walking
we're talking
Dead.
about Game of Thrones now, Luke.
Shh.
I did like the first. I do like Game of Thrones. I'm not all caught up. I know a
neither.
lot of what happens because I just haven't.
I'm gonna throw this out here right now. We're inviting you. We'd love to have you back anytime because
Oh, awesome.
the idea with this podcast is we love to have like people coming back and like kind of different people. We mix it up.
Continuity.
So if this was a sitcom, I'd be like a regular, and I walk in, and all
You'd
of a
be
sudden
Kramer.
everybody applauds. Oh, I'd be Kramer. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I was gonna be Kramer.
No,
who am I
you're.
kidding?
I don't want to be Newman. I'm not being Newman.
Can we?
You're
Be,
Seinfeld.
can we do the
I'm
Friends thing? Because
Costanza.
I don't watch Seinfeld.
I'm Chandler.
Joey. Oh, I was gonna be Chandler. damn it.
Ross.
Yeah. All right.
Actually, no, I'm Phoebe.
you are.
Well,
you are Phoebe.
let's just get to the point. I'm Phoebe. What the fuck were we talking about now? God damn it.
How
No,
you doing?
We're doing we're gonna do a Game of Thrones, completely themed Game of Thrones podcast.
Eventually.
Come April when the new season starts. If you get yourself up, come on down because it's gonna be. He has to catch himself up. I'm caught up.
I don't think I've even reached season 3
my
yet.
penis gets so hard when anyone brings it up or any chance I get to bring it up. I'm
Dick
just like
rock hard.
You don't even know. When
About Game of Thrones?
When I start talking about Game of Thrones,
I mean, all those boobs, man.
you think I talk fast
Khaleesi
now?
is fucking hot.
Yep.
Not even like sexuality. I mean the show in general. when someone brings it up,
Dragons and midgets and
Wieners,
That's-
wieners, 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 wieners.
One wiener next to another.
That I gotta say, that was
the best episode.
that was
3
probably
episodes.
that was probably one of the best trilogy South Park's ever done.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I watched
A
that
Song of
before.
Ass and Fire is a brilliant title unto itself, and that was before I knew that Game of Thrones was called A Song of Ice and Fire.
I watched the trilogy of South Park before I watched Game of Thrones. That's what made me want to watch.
That's what happened with me. I was like, oh, this actually looks pretty. If it's about Black Friday Bundaroo, then I'll actually like watch Game of Thrones. And then I
Red
started
Robin
watching Game
wedding.
of Thrones, and I'm like, doesn't have anything to do with Black Friday Bundaroo.
I was waiting for the scene where they walk through the garden and the old man yells.
Exactly.
That doesn't happen.
All right, get out of my. Exactly. I was waiting for that. and it
Every
doesn't
time you come in
fucking-
here, you bring someone else and you lie to them. You betrayed her.
That's exactly what
Princess
that's-
Kenny. Actually, if you
Kenny.
when I added you on Facebook, I don't know if you creep me or not. I hope you do because I love when people creep me.
Yeah, I saw the picture.
banner.
Yeah,
My
Princess
banner was
Kenny.
Prince Kenny. I was so upsetting to change it, but sorry. Game of Thrones. Yeah, we're doing a whole episode about Game of Thrones.
So we're going to talk about Game of Thrones on this podcast, about the fact that you're going to do a Game of Thrones podcast.
That's usually
Yes.
how our podcasts go. We talk about things
Cool.
we want to do. Yeah, it's real. It's just it's a terrible
Hey,
podcast.
dream big.
Other thing about podcast song or not podcast Game of Thrones songs is my ringtone or my alarm in the morning at 4 a.m, which Brant, who's been on the podcast, he gets so pissed off every time I bring up the fact that I have to wake up at 4 a.m. for work because he's like, "Shut the fuck up, we know." Because I like to milk it because I feel at 4 a.m. Here, I'm just gonna hold on. Terrible plan. Just awkward silences are they're the worst thing ever. I'm just gonna go.
I like how you're feeling.
Yeah, he's great at filling.
Yeah, you just.
I'm
fantastic at
I'm
it.
just gonna.
If
jump
you were a
in
superhero,
here.
you'd be the filler.
Yes.
We're gonna go like this, and I'm
I
gonna
want to
play
design
you,
a costume for that.
I'm
one.
gonna play you the song that I wake up to.
I don't think that would wake me up.
That wakes you up? Are you serious?
It's really loud.
He
has to take his headphones off.
That would not. I'm a really deep sleeper. That would not wake me up.
That and the mixture
That would tickle my eardrum like back into a deeper sleep. Like,
Yeah, that would make me just.
dragons and titties.
That would like make me dream about like an NES video game. Version
Yeah,
But the
of-
other thing, it's a combination between that and my radio. For some reason, I have some distortion problems that I can only listen to AM radio. So I listen to the comedy station. Shout out AM 1060. Sponsor this week's sponsor
the
is
sister station of Cool 101.5.
no, or what they call is a second best radio station in Calgary because it's owned by the same station that owns CJ92.
That makes
Astro
sense.
Radio. Astro Radio owns them because it was the anyways all about that. I can get I couple that so every morning I wake up to comedy. Do you know what the least funny thing in the world is? A stand-up routine at 4 a.m.
Or coming into a stand-up routine halfway through.
They're really short blips of each thing, so usually I catch a new one right away before I wake
okay.
up. But the odd time that something funny comes on, I'm so angry at myself that I laugh at it. I'm like, why the fuck am I awake this early? But it's so goddamn funny. It's just a slew of emotions.
So if you're so being a Game of Thrones fan and loving Game of Thrones as much as you do, like dick-heartedness,
I'm getting hard right now. Anyways,
have you seen the video of the 90s intro version?
The like the Friends intro.
yes.
Those are amazing.
Actually, another fun fact about Game of Thrones is I was so into it when I moved back because I got into it when I was living in Edmonton when I moved back because, spoiler, I'm living at home right now. I'm sorry. It's so sad. I got my parents into it. And the first episode we watched, my mom was like, all this is nudity and they're killing the wolves. I'm not happy with this. I'm not watching this. She walked away. Okay, Mom, whatever. Then I sat down, we watched a few more episodes. So the next day comes around, we're like, let's watch more of this. Like, my dad was like, yeah, I like this show. Over the next, probably the first half of the first season, my mom slowly started sitting back down on the couch every episode. Kind of was like, to the point where we watched when she was like,
titties and more wolves.
no, there was even more titties and even more wolves dying. But my mom slowly started sitting down. She was like, to the point where I knew she was hooked when she was like, you guys watch another episode without me. I saw it. As mentioned earlier today, please put all phones on silent mode.
What was that?
That was you, Luke.
I don't-
I think so, because
That was not me.
was it you?
That wasn't me.
I didn't.
What the fuck? Okay, last episode the power went out. This episode we're having about ghost phones. I'm done with this building.
I got literally no notifications on my phone, so I don't know. My
Oh.
phone might have just vibrated.
That was your
but-
phone, Luke.
All right.
It sounded like it was on just the table, not the tablecloth. And his case has a very distinct ring, I bet you. It's very, very dull. So.
Oh, you got the
my
OtterBox?
case? What?
You got that OtterBox thing?
I got an OtterBox.
Yeah, I do
This
too.
episode brought to you by OtterBox.
I'm not done about Game of Thrones. Yeah, so my mom started sitting down watching it. Needless to say, we went through 4 seasons in 2 weeks.
That's impressive.
We went hard. So now everything Game of Thrones related, the first thing I do is I like, Mom, come look at the computer. I have something to show you. And I showed her the 90s. She was like, what's the point of this? I was like, Mom, you don't get the internet.
I just want to say, whoever first came up with the idea of like remaking shows intros into like Friends style intros, I love you. You're amazing. Like they're amazing. Like I remember I saw like a fight, like it was like Firefly opening in like 90s style, and it was like it's my favorite video.
Your favorite video? I
Favorite.
think your
So
favorite.
wait, are we talking about the same video when you say friend style opening?
Yeah,
just like
no,
like 90s style.
because it was very
opening, so.
soap opera.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like and starring Sean Bean.
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
And speaking of favorite videos, we're gonna segue back to my favorite video, lip syncing video.
Oh, is that your favorite video?
Was that? Did you
Yeah.
believe that? Was that
A little
real?
bit.
Oh, good.
Can you see that I'm blushing? I mean, come on.
I mean,
Well, a little bit.
not on the podcast.
No, that's
but-
probably the alcohol.
Listeners.
It's probably the alcohol that's got me flushed.
Fair enough.
need
Back
another.
to this thing where this is why we don't technically do interviews. He's going for a second Twisted Tea. His first time. We'll get back to your thing.
Can I just say, can I see your other bottle opener? This thing cannot like. I've been trying to open this thing. and
They're
it's
on
just
that
not
table over
working.
there.
Okay, it's gonna be noisy as hell for our listeners. Just
Whatever. They're
Luke's
used
gonna
to it.
walk away from the microphone. He's walking over to get the bottle opener.
And he dropped the headphones.
He dropped the headphones.
Sorry. This
He's
is why
singing in the background.
this isn't
I'll
going to be
borrow that bottle opener for 1 second before you walk away.
Or-
Open mine. Hand you back the keys.
See, this is why I didn't want it to be an interview because we don't have the capability of doing that. We've been talking about Game of Thrones.
we
and
are not
fucking
mature enough.
Wieners.com for the last. Anyways,
Wieners.com.
That's our title.
Wieners.com.
put his name in it. Yeah, put his name
Wieners.
in it.
Lincoln. Wieners.com.
Lincoln Wieners.
Wieners.
That's my
anyways,
new website. ladies
Another
and
thing I
gentlemen.
want to
Any relation to Gretchen Wieners?
Yes, of course. On Wednesday, we wear pink.
don't start talking. No mean girl quotes. Don't get me into that. I'll start.
Good for you.
Oh my god.
Oh, what is that? What's the quote?
Four for you, Glen Coco. Good for you, Glen Coco.
Good for you,
No,
Glen
you
Coco.
go, Glen Coco.
You go, Glen Coco.
Okay, let's
You
not
go.
start quoting Mean Girls because that'll be a whole podcast in itself. Another question I want to ask
Can
you.
I come back for the Mean Girls episode?
Yes.
Sweet.
Another question I want to ask you is, until you got here, one of the first things I learned about you in person is you've never had Twisted Tea before.
Yes.
How, as a first time drinker, keep in mind this is a half and half. This is tend to be a little sweeter than the normal stuff. This is half lemonade, half Twisted Tea.
Oh.
First
So it's
impression.
like an Arnold Palmer
First impression
of the Twisted Tea.
of the Twisted Tea.
I dig it. I could drink. I'm more of a vodka orange juice guy.
Do you feel validated, Kenny?
So validated.
Really?
My penis is even harder right now.
Jesus,
That's
Christ.
not weird at all.
No, not at all.
That's me. You get to
No,
know
I
me.
actually, I mean, I wouldn't have gone for a second one if I didn't enjoy it.
That's why
Fair
I
enough.
brought it up because I noticed you went for the Twisted Tea and
Did you want it? Like, I
No,
apologize.
we
if
have-
I just
we got a
oh,
whole,
right there.
well, then we're fine.
actually we
Yeah.
can throw them in the bucket. I'll do that in a second. Back to this whole video thing. This is. I'm sure people listening to
Yeah,
this,
let's get
especially
back on
especially
some kind of
Well,
topic.
actually, I'm sure you've said all this shit so many times. You've been asked all the questions I want to ask. So this is a refreshing, new, different take on you. So you're welcome for that.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm such a prick. How did my coworker not
This is a
like me?
refreshing, brand new take on Lincoln. What?
Yeah.
How did your coworker?
How does he not love me, right? You know? I understand. I'm an asshole. Back to the questions you get asked all the time. What is there going to be a third one?
A third
Because
video.
I noticed a second one. I didn't know there was a second one until I started kind of doing research on you when I said, I want this guy on the podcast. And I saw the second one and I finally was able to watch it. And I was like, oh, this came out a long time ago. What is your thing? You have YouTube. Obviously, you have this. You're almost 1,000 subscribers, which is pretty good for.
I do?
Yeah, you have like 900 and somewhat
Subscribers?
subscribers. So you're starting to.
You don't
develop
even
this
know?
Are you
base.
kidding me? I thought I had like 100 subscribers.
No, you have almost 1,000, and I have 8. Keep in mind, I haven't posted a video for a year.
This
but
is genuine shock on his face right now.
I had
people.
no idea.
yeah, you're almost.
I
at
don't
1,000
honestly.
subscribers.
It's so funny when I'm like, when it comes to, I'm terrible when it comes to keeping up on
the Kardashians. Yeah, we all are.
the internet and how things work and how to use things. Like I don't go on Reddit. I'm on Instagram. I use Instagram a lot, and I use Facebook. Like that's it.
So this leads into my other question I was going to ask about. Obviously, you're developing this YouTube platform without even realizing it. You have this tool now. Well, I was going to say, what do you want to do with it? Obviously, you didn't know you had it. What do you want to do with it?
Oh, I've got idea. Like I've got a couple of video ideas that I'd like to make. It's just a matter of actually sitting down and doing them. Of course,
We got a studio.
No, and that's good. It's a good thing. It's it's good to network with. It's all about networking and finding people that are willing to. Also,
I'm not creeping your videos.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. That wasn't my voice in the background.
No.
It's all about networking and finding other like-minded people that are willing to, they want to work towards the same common goal. And my goal is just to I just want to make people laugh. That's all I ever wanted to do with that initial first video. And the fact that it gained as much traction as it did and it reached as many people as it did. Like it got watched over 70,000 times in the States alone.
Wow.
How do you know that? Is there a statistic?
Yeah. There's like, when you go on YouTube, there's a world map and it got watched twice in China. It was probably like two people at the Bureau of like, are we going to let this in the country? And they watched it and then they were like, no, we don't let this in.
Do we have a podcast listener from some random fucking country?
We have a few.
I'm sorry if I offended anybody with that accent.
I don't think we have any Chinese listeners.
I'm going to throw this in there. I swear.
I really like the food.
I wasn't lying to you when I said you're at 900 somehow because I swear that's what my computer said. But now on my phone it says you have 150. So
sweet.
Okay.
I totally just built you up and knocked you back down.
Yeah,
I saw 900 somewhere, so I have to look. Maybe I don't know. I have to look on.
That's weird because that's maybe like they like subscribe and they're like, this guy's cool.
Oh,
and then like a week later he's like, he's not doing anything else.
It could be something with the recent changes YouTube made. It was
because I swear I'm not lying to you.
Fake accounts.
Yeah, a few months ago, YouTube went through and like pretty much deleted a bunch of like inactive and fake accounts. And, like,
okay.
There's a big kind of controversy because a bunch of people were seeing their subscriber numbers drop like way low.
I would totally be cool with that. I get so excited when a fake Twitter account follows me. I'm like, yes. Look at that number. It's up by 1. I'm so vain. We talked about this last podcast, how vain I am.
Every podcast we talk about that.
Yeah, I'm a terrible person. But as far as, so you have this platform. What I understand, obviously you have these things in your head and you don't want to spill them until they're done. But do you want to like touch on any specific thing you want to do in your head that you'd like to come to fruition? That's a word.
I mean, there's lots of. I mean, in terms of like the YouTube channel itself, there's a couple of things I'd like to do with that. In terms of creativity outside of that, I'm mostly a writer. That's mostly what I do. Pardon me. I'm writing this. I've started this thing on Instagram. It's called what the fuck is it? At _day_we_met. So it's called The Day We Met.
I saw a little bit about that.
Yeah. So what it is I'm writing a story in pieces, from start to finish. I can't really talk about where the story is going.
Everyone dies. It's a Game of Thrones ripoff.
Yes, essentially.
A lot of boobs.
Set in 1997.
I was gonna say 93.
90.
But okay, whatever. Do your thing.
So yeah, it's you can follow it at @the_day_we_met. I know it sucks, but The Day We Met, all one word, was taken.
Just wait till you hear my Twitter handle. We'll get to that at the end of the episode.
That one I'm doing the story in pieces, and it's not going to follow like a set schedule. It's just going to be as I come up with the pieces of the story that I'm happy with as I post them. And
so story as in like a fiction, nonfiction, kind of like a novel kind of story.
Yeah, essentially, I'm basically writing an Instagram novel.
Okay, so if someone was to read the back of your Instagram novel, like as if it was a book, what would the back of the book say? What would make the listener or the reader want to listen? Reader want to read. Sorry.
What would make the reader want to read? Well, it's a fictional story set in. It starts in 1997.
Oh, you're actually serious about 97?
Yeah, no, it starts. No, it
I
actually.
was just being a jackass.
No, that's fine. It starts in 1997, and it's a story of two people who, despite their best efforts, cannot be together based on their own selfish choices. And so it's kind of a love story, but it's a really it's a tragic love story.
Do they both have cancer and die at the end?
No,
Oh,
It's not a John Green novel.
Those
There's-
stories are like they're very successful.
It's not a
They're very
Vlogbrothers
successful, but they're not as much fun.
No.
This one actually has to do with like a secret organization that basically they're making they make choices and the organization also makes choices for them that affects the outcome of their lives
The
basically.
Illuminati.
Not quite. I don't want to touch too much on it.
That's fair. That's
But
a good teaser.
I'll give you enough to get you hooked, and then
Yeah.
from there you're on your own, right?
Yeah.
You should be in marketing.
You gave me.
Did I give you enough to hook you, Kenny?
You gave me enough that as soon as the podcast turns off, you're gonna get drilled on. Like, what next? What happens? What's happening? What's going with this? Like,
Love it. And also, I'm also writing I'm writing a couple different things. One is a TV show that I'd like to obviously want to get picked up, but I'm still in the rough draft phase on that one. And then the other one is a feature script that I'm working on that I'm about, I'd say, halfway through.
see, I'm just gonna start right there. Just look the way Luke's sitting right now. He's concealing a boner right now because of the
Yes,
talk of all this stuff
absolutely.
right now. I know, and it's got me excited too because this is kind of shit we like.
If I was considering
production
boner,
stuff.
I'd be like crossing
Well,
my
I don't know. You
legs
have the
and, like-
awkward scene, but a metaphorical, like imaginary, like creation.
I'd be like,
boner.
I'd be grabbing that sombrero and just
No,
putting
okay.
it-
I'm not saying you have a literal boner. I'm trying just. I was gonna segue into the fact that it's exciting that there's another person that's kind of into all that kind of stuff.
You guys like film?
creative thinking.
Oh, yeah.
all that stuff. Where
It's what I want to get into.
I actually work in the film industry part time.
That's awesome.
that's cool, and
Totally
you know
jealous.
we're gonna get a little into that, but first we're gonna take a little bit of an intermission here.
Gotta pee.
I was trying to do it without saying I have to pee. But yes, I have to piss really bad, so we'll be right back.
This podcast brought to you by Kenny's Gotta Pee.
.com, formerly known as Lincoln'sWiener.com.
Lincoln'sWiener.com. Be a little twisted.
And we're back.
If you notice, actually, whatever, I'll say this on the podcast. Every bottle and every can has a different picture that you can actually submit if you're a U.S. resident.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's like
That's a-
Jones Soda?
Yeah. We tried.
I tried to get on a Jones Soda bottle a long time ago.
Brant tried to, and I say these names. I only mention someone's name if they've been on the podcast because our listeners will be familiar with them.
Yeah.
He has a picture he tried to put on, but you have to be a freaking American citizen.
Was it a dick pic?
No.
Honestly, I wonder how many of those kind of things get like Jones.
Or do you know what would be really awesome? Actually, we should go to the States just so we can do this, but let's take a picture and we'll do a twisted tea because I have enough. I don't know, I like enough.
I got a couple of friends.
Every
in the States. We
picture-
could do this.
Every picture always has something to do with twisted tea, either like the box or the bottles or drinking it. We'll have an elaborate one set up, but in the background there'll be one like either nip slip or like penis slip that's so unnoticeable that only if you were told about it you'd see it. And let's see if that can get on.
Kind of like the hidden Mickeys in Disney.
Hidden Mickeys.
And is that that shit they talk about, like penises?
Don't
and
call it shit.
all that stuff. And
In Disney parks, there's like
Yeah, in Disney
thousands
parks,
of,
there's like hidden.
Disney parks.
You're talking about the hidden penises in all the old movies.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you go to Disneyland, there's like, and all over the parks, there's all these like different. There's actually books on it where it's like find all the hidden Mickeys, and they actually sell. There's one version of the book that they actually sell in the parks
Yeah.
where you go and there's
That's
just like,
marketing.
oh yeah,
Yeah, it started with the Epcot Center, I think it was. Like when they were designing the Epcot Center, Walt Disney didn't want anything Disney related in it. He didn't want any cartoon characters, so like all the people that were designing it started like sneaking in little images of Mickey Mouse in it. So then, like when they were designing the rest of Disney World and Disneyland, everybody got in on it. There's like Mickey Mouse is hidden everywhere.
Fun fact of the day, right there.
Yeah.
Actually, that's one other thing my mom said when she listened to the podcast. She's like, "You guys have to have like a segment where you enlighten somebody on something."
We still need to have segments in general.
I don't think we should because that's our low slogan: no theme or direction.
No theme or direction. Yes, perfect.
We could have like segregated all these interview questions into one portion, but I'm just terribly just riddling them out as I feel so. So
You know,
get used to it, guys. This is
just go with the flow.
this is a cruise you signed up for, so just fucking enjoy the waves.
All right,
Another question.
on to the next question.
Do you have a question for me, Luke?
Yeah, Luke.
I don't know. Not really. I don't know. I'm just kind of here.
He's the editor.
Yeah.
We just have to put
Oh,
him
good.
on
I'm the tech
podcast.
guy.
He's the guy who sounds like Seth MacFarlane.
Apparently, I've been told. I don't believe it.
Does he not sound like Seth MacFarlane a little bit?
I don't believe it. I'm sorry.
I can hear it a little bit.
A little bit. Not Brian.
I've
but-
had 4 or 5 people
Not
tell me
Stuart
that.
Griffin.
Let's
Oh,
do it,
that was a
Griffin.
pretty good one. No, we're gonna get into you worked in television. Tell us a little bit about that. You told us during the intermission, but
Well, what do you want to know? Like,
Anything, really.
Just brief
Just,
us. Tell
like-
us what you said, or off the record. Tell us.
oh, so I've worked in I do work in the film industry part time. I've worked on Hell on Wheels, that AMC show. Same network as Breaking Bad. I can say that. I've worked for the same network as Breaking Bad, which is
What do
pretty
you
cool.
What do you do for them?
I'm a grip.
Okay.
As well, you know what that is.
Yeah.
As well as
He doesn't, so you might
in
want
the
to
LX department. So I don't know. It's really hard to explain. Like as a grip, you basically
Grab stuff?
You haul. Yeah, you grip onto things. You haul the most amount of equipment though, and you, I don't know. You set up like light diffusion frames. You construct like camera mounts, like weird camera mounts if
So
they
you're
want to do
kind of
something.
like a set builder in a
Yeah.
way.
Set up and tear down kind of
Not sets though. We don't touch sets. That's set
Okay.
deck.
equipment.
So equipment. So like, you know, like stands and we don't do lights either. That's LX. That's the LX
So
department.
this didn't take place in Calgary. Where was this happening?
Just outside of Calgary.
Okay. It wasn't.
Yeah, and I've
You
worked
shouldn't
on
make assumptions. That never ends.
Yeah,
well.
no, they film it just south of Calgary.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Who's the most famous person you've met?
The most famous?
Who are the famous people you've met? Have you met anyone famous? I really need to work on like questioning. Like,
Have I met anyone famous?
Yeah, we'll start with that
yes,
one.
I've met tons of famous people.
okay,
That's awesome.
Who?
The most
Like,
famous person I ever met was Robin Williams
Dude.
in a comic book store on Sunset Boulevard in LA.
Dude.
Yeah. And he was the nicest man I ever met in my life. Like seriously, I just he was just wandering around looking for books. Nobody was really talking to him, and I went up
you
to
were
him.
that guy.
I was that guy, and I went up and I
That
talked to him, and he was so super nice about it, and like he knew why I was coming up to him, of course, and like he shook my hand. He was like, "Hi, I'm Robin," and I was just like, "Hey, I'm Lincoln. I'm from Canada. Just flew in today. Never met a famous person like this before." And he was like, "It's all good. Oh, it's all good." And did his little Robin Williams. I was very sad when he passed away. Very, very, very
We
sad.
talked about that on podcast,
Yeah.
didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that.
So I met him. I've met Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Silent Bob.
I just want to say you've got a kind of a Kevin Smith look going to you. That's
You know what? It's the jersey.
it's the first thing I noticed when I came
Yeah.
in.
Is he the guy who was on? He was a guest judge on
Is
Face
he
Off
that
once.
guy? Oh
Anyone
my
watch
god.
Face Off?
Oh my god. Is he that
Does
guy?
he have like? Shut up, Luke.
He's the fat guy with the beard.
Yeah, and he
Wears
always
the-
wears jerseys.
Yeah.
He was a guest judge on Face Off.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was-
He directed Clerks, Mallrats.
I can see that. Well, I think it's just his jersey.
Jersey
honestly.
Girl.
It's just the jersey. And you know what's funny is I put the jersey on and I knew that one of you was going to get that. Not that I was really going for it, but yeah, I've met him.
That's awesome.
I met, Kevin's one of my all-time heroes, actually. And I met Dan Harmon, another one of my heroes.
Oh, dude.
yeah.
super
I
jealous right now.
I wound up hanging out with Dan Harmon.
How jelly
outside.
are you right now,
I'm
Luke?
I'm like
on a
100%.
level of like jello
I'm
to
strawberry.
like
Believe me, my life is not as interesting as you think it is, but I did end up hanging. It was right after he got fired from Community, and we ended up hanging out outside of his favorite bar in LA. And this was also the same day I met Robin Williams.
Yeah.
And we ended up like talking for like 40 minutes about him getting fired from Community. It was surreal. It was absolutely surreal because the dude is one of my heroes. Who else have I met? Fuck.
Oh wait.
I met,
You can fucking hear me right
I can kind of you're kind of echoey in the background. Or...
I was grabbing a beer.
I've met
just keep going.
Common, the rapper. He's obviously because he's on Hell on Wheels. Who else have I met? That's a very good question. I don't know. I've met lots of famous people.
I've met.
I met Mick
few
Foley
famous
last
people.
week.
Yeah, let's
I
make this a discussion topic.
Again,
away from the mic. I'm sorry.
we're so terrible. How do we have people
Anyways,
listening to
let's
us?
make this a discussion
Yeah.
topic. Who have you met that's famous?
Yeah.
You're just gonna shake your head at it. Well, no, they're do you know Down with Webster, obviously.
Yeah, D-dub-dub.
Do you like them first off, or
No.
No, fair enough. Not a lot of people do. I met them at a Denny's in Lethbridge at like 1 a.m. Cool guys, they're actually really nice.
Oh,
I just
do you like their music?
I like some of their music.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not bad. I like.
Aren't they from around here?
Toronto? I think they're Canadian.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I knew they were Canadian. I just didn't know.
Cool guys. We just shot the shit for a bit, and I don't know.
They follow you on
I was
Twitter,
pretty
right?
Drunk. Yes, they follow.
That's like one of your claims to fame.
They follow me on Twitter, and do you know who else follows me on Twitter? Do you know who Farrah Abraham is?
Farrah Abraham. That sounds familiar.
You brought up Teen Mom before the podcast started.
Oh, is that?
She's that one. The one
Oh.
who, that one. Just
She's
the one.
that one.
She's the one who's like head of porn film, and she's just.
Oh, that one.
She's
Yeah,
the
okay.
most
No, I know
terrible-
who she
The
is.
terrible, most horrible celebrity in the world.
I don't know about that.
Follows
So
this
Kim
guy.
Kardashian?
No, she's. I listen
Guys,
to
can we just take a moment of silence for? Oh fuck, what's her
Farrah
name?
Abraham.
No, not Farrah Abraham. God damn it. She's
Joan Rivers.
crazy bitch. Nope.
Crazy bitch. Crazy
Like
bitch.
dead person?
No,
Or-
she just went crazy again.
Amanda Bynes.
Amanda
Bynes.
Bynes. Yeah, we should take a moment of
Bring out
silence
some
for
dancing lobsters.
microchip in her head. Fucking Amanda Bynes.
No, can we have a moment for Tia Tequila?
Why did she die?
No.
No,
Have you heard of how
Illuminati.
crazy she's gone?
How crazy?
Apparently, I guess apparently it was like
That's
due
like
to
saying-
some kind of like
do you-
brain
do you know
damage
how-
or something like that. But she's gone full blown conspiracy
She's
mode,
got full retard.
talking about like worshiping Nazis and stuff like
What?
that. And yeah, it's crazy.
I
Sweet.
love just destroyed
It's amazing.
celebrities. They make my life.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Have you met any of those?
any just have I met any?
Crazy celebrities.
Have you met Taylor Swift?
No.
Just
There was a
right
point in my
now.
life last week where I really wanted to marry Taylor Swift.
And sorry,
You mean
we'll
like
just say
every
you have a
day of
fiance,
my
right?
life?
Sorry?
You have a fiance, right?
I do, yeah. But she's okay
Does
with
she
it.
want to marry Taylor Swift too?
You know, she'd be fine with it. She'd be okay with it. I just tell her, look, woman, I'm marrying
It's
Taylor
either you or
Swift.
Taylor Swift. You can
And
take
she'd be
along.
like, it's Taylor Swift, obviously.
She's like, why the fuck are you still in this room, you stupid asshole?
And I'd be
just-
like, look, we can all be friends. It'll be fine. Don't worry. We're all gonna hang out.
I have dreams that one day she'll just take me to like the Grammys as her like date. I don't care if like just even like as a friend. I'm just like fuck yeah.
I'm Kenny.
just-
I'm not in the military, but will you take me to the ball?
Just like white dancing away. Just it'll be amazing that.
Will
day.
you wear a pretty white dress?
More red sequins.
Okay.
I'm classy like
A little
that.
bit of salsa. You like a little bit of.
Oh no, all posing like as if I knew how to dance. But I don't know how to dance. Like, why is this guy here? Why is this guy in this dress? No one knows.
Picante.
You'll fit right in with Taylor Swift. Can I make a terrible joke right now?
Yes.
More
Did you make it already once today?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
More people in North America have been dumped by Taylor Swift than they have died from Ebola.
And we're segueing
Ooh.
right into Ebola right now. I have a really, really, really terrible bad joke that could like
Do
give us
it.
a lot of shit for doing
Right
it.
now.
Okay, want me to do it?
We're gonna segue into the terrible joke segment.
I'm scared. Like of all things, I talked about my MDMA experience on this podcast, and I'm more nervous to tell this joke just because I'm afraid someone's gonna get really offended.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck them. What do African kids
Oh
eat for breakfast?
boy, should we?
See, right?
I'm no longer a part of this podcast.
No, I'm
And
walking
like
out of the room
that,
right now.
we
I'm
are
sorry.
going to leave that joke on a cliffhanger. Ebola. Let's talk about it a bit. We wanted to talk about it on a serious note.
I have two things
Yeah.
I did want to mention. One was that video of that guy who did the joke on an airplane about Ebola. Have you seen that?
Yes, and how he got dragged off by the people in
By-
the hazmat
and
suits.
The one thing I'm putting my finger up. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm such an asshole. The one
Yes,
thing I
Kenny.
wanted to say about that is
I ain't
instantly
from Africa.
the only thing I
Shit.
thought about is Monsters Inc. When the kids got when the monsters got the
2219, 2219.
2290. I was the only thing I could think of that whole
That's-
fucking video because they look the exact same. Have you
My-
seen that video first off?
I saw the pictures of
Yeah,
it, but I haven't seen
that's
the
all you need.
video.
My one takeaway from that video is that apparently hazmat suits is literally just a
We're good.
That mic
Nope.
stand is terrible. We're working on replacing all of these mic stands.
Except mine.
My one takeaway from that video is that hazmat suits are apparently just a blue tarp with a gas mask.
Yeah.
So I know what I'm doing for Halloween.
I know what I'm doing. Let's talk about that. What are we doing for
Ooh,
Halloween?
Yeah, let's talk about Halloween because
First off,
we're
can we talk
in
about-
October. It's October time.
We do have a Halloween themed episode coming up, but right now this is our cold and flu themed episode.
Cold and flu season.
And Ebola.
It's first off, what's everyone doing for Halloween? Because I have nothing, so just
Me neither.
shout
I
some
got
stuff.
no
What
plans.
do you do for Halloween?
I have nothing for Halloween.
Damn it.
I know.
I haven't
That's
had-
terrible. Like, let's segue into what we're doing for Halloween. And
I
it's
haven't
like,
had plans for any holiday for like a year and a half.
Oh damn it! I need to figure something. Where are we being for Halloween? Let's start with that. What are you being for Halloween? Do you dress? Do you do that?
See, I don't dress up regularly for Halloween. I think I've gone as like a lumberjack.
I can see it.
That's-
I can see it.
That's what I'm going this year as.
Yeah, like
I
I've
kid
gone
you
as a
not.
lumberjack consistently for the last like 4 years.
But the best part about it
'Cause
is
it's
I can't
easy.
grow facial hair, so I'm getting a prosthetic beard, like full on, to look realistic.
Oh wow.
That's gonna be my thing this year, just to see what it looks like. So if it does look good, I'm gonna just grow this out.
If you can.
I can. It just takes long. This grows out like
You got the neck beard, but
you definitely
don't,
have a very infantile face. I'm sorry. I will
yeah.
say it.
No, I agree. I agree.
Like
You're lucky you have facial hair. I'll just say
Luke
that.
Scott. Yeah, no, I
Luke's also wearing sunglasses right now.
yeah, okay, I was gonna ask, are you like, what's up, Rockstar?
He's cool.
I was just wearing sunglasses on my way here because the sun was bright and I couldn't see while driving, and I just forget
They're
to take them
prescription.
off.
Oh, are they?
that's-
So,
yeah,
yeah.
he does that all the time, and it annoys me because I don't know if he's looking
I'll change
at me.
them right now.
No, it's just leave them on. It's
Yeah, because I can't tell if you're being shifty eyed.
I can never tell if you're staring at which one of us, and like I'm
Yeah.
trying to like point at stuff, and
I never know what's going on.
yeah, you're just. What do you mean for Halloween, Luke?
I just want to say I think that's one of the reasons why I like wearing the sunglasses is because I don't have to worry about like looking at people.
You just
You can
stare
just
at
do it
boobs and
stealthily.
ass.
Yes, honestly,
Yeah, he's just gonna sit on his computer over there looking at boobs and ass and
yeah.
And wieners.com.
Yes.
wieners.
Yeah.
.com.
As for what I'm doing for Halloween, honestly, I don't have any plans, which is terrible because like probably 80% of the people that I hang out with are cosplayers, and I still don't have anything for Halloween.
Back into the lumberjack thing. Actually, that's just ironic because that's actually what I'm going this year as, and what I'm thinking. What I want to do is, I'll get the. I don't want to spoil it. No one steal my costume, guys. Most creative costume ever. Just
really
wear the
bright all
jeans,
of a
like
sudden.
normal jeans. Have the red like plaid shirt.
Of course.
Get the suspenders.
Yep.
You got the kind of bluish toque that sits on top of your head like that.
Of course.
You're going full Paul
got-
Bunyan.
You got the facial hair, which I have to purchase.
Well,
I'm thinking-
before
I
you
can
move
set you
on,
up,
what
don't
is
worry.
the facial hair going to be made out of? Pubes?
don't-
Like
Yes.
otter pubes or
Otter pubes.
otter pubes?
Can you buy otter pubes? Because I've been trying to figure out the answer to that question. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I was like, I guess I'll just go costume shop and try and buy one. And like, I was like,
Can you
fuck,
buy otter
Can you buy
I want to
this
know.
podcast brought to you by Otter Pubes?
Dot
I
com.
want to know.
formerly known as wieners.com. No,
Yeah,
and
no,
I was
it
thinking
is.
you have to
Look
get
at
you
wiener.com.
gotta get the fake toy axe, but I also want to get a beaver, just a big stuffed beaver to carry on with me.
Okay.
Is that what the
'cause-
beard's going to be made of? Beaver pubes?
Ew.
Beaver pubes. There you go. Yeah, they just shave like a beard-shaped patch out of its pubic area and slap it on your face.
Beaver's beaver?
So that's like your creative idea is having a beaver, like a stuffed beaver with you.
Yeah, that's about it. Just because I like Halloween. I'm all about Halloween. I love dressing up, but I hate the idea of putting effort and thought into it. So I'm like, okay, I'm a realist. I'm like, what can I wear
First
that'll be
things
good?
first.
I'm a realist. What can I wear that'll be good outside? Will be good inside. I can dance in. I can sweat in. I can get
Well, you
drunk
need
in.
suspenders.
I can, yep, and I can.
So you need a red plaid coat, a red plaid shirt, suspenders, jeans. You need
I have work
a
boots. I'm just
maple
wearing those.
leaf, work boots, a maple leaf shaped maple syrup bottle
I was just gonna
that you
drink
fill
out of
with
that.
booze.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. And your stuffed beaver and your toy axe.
Exactly.
But
and
you need a
it's-
way to fashion the
I was thinking wearing the beaver as a backpack if I need to.
as a backpack potentially, but your
Check
flask,
Amazon for that shit.
quote on air quotes, your flask, your maple syrup container You need to find a way to fashion it to your belt
Yes.
so that you can unholster it and glug, glug, glug.
for the
and
past,
holster.
I don't know how many years. Quite a few years ago, I think I was still in high school. Was I still in high school? I don't know if I was still in high
I
school.
don't know.
High
I
school.
made
High school.
I didn't really
A
hang out
ghost-
with you in high school, so I don't honestly
we've
know.
been in school together since kindergarten, and we did not talk to each other ever. It was like
Ever.
a month ago, or like the start of the year we started talking. Anyways,
Wasn't there,
that's,
I can
art
feel the
class or
animosity.
something? Yeah.
yeah, we go back so
We
far.
hate each other.
I always
I
thought
can
it was
tell.
weird.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I mean, I was. but
I made
still
this
am.
Ghostbusters costume
Was
from
too.
scratch. It's my turn to talk, Luke. And I went to Valley Village and I bought a beige shirt and I bought beige pants. And I, with the magic of red Sharpies, whiteout, and black Sharpies, I created a Ghostbusters logo, a big logo on my back,
Mm-hmm.
on each shoulder, and I think one on my pants. And I've used that costume so many times. That's why I have to come up with a new one. I have a I'm starting to lose my voice again. Tool belt that I fill with beers.
Oh.
I have a my voice is getting really. I need to drink more. Backpack with like a hose attached to it.
Nice.
As your proton pack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
which I just fill with more booze.
And you can buy like proton pack backpacks now at like Alchemy Apparel and stuff.
I own one.
Nice.
I'm not going to lie. I own one.
Is there anything you don't do or don't have?
That's a
Gotta think about
very good question.
Because I was gonna say like a tattoo of a guy with a lovely beard.
Yeah,
and
can I just talk about your tattoos? I love the one you have on your wrist.
the bear?
Oh,
The-
the
Do you have a
Triforce?
Triforce?
I have a
That's
Triforce.
brilliant.
So you're into the nerdy shit, right?
Of course.
Do you watch Digimon?
I
Did you
did when
watch-
I was a kid.
So I'm so excited about this idea. I've been for like last
he's
month.
obsessed
I
with
can't stop
Digimon
talking
right now.
about this.
You want to do a podcast about Digimon?
Last episode was pretty much all about Digimon.
Really?
Yeah.
I watched that show when it first came out as a kid. It shaped my childhood. I still watch it to this day, and I want to get a Digimon tattoo.
Digimon Tamers for life.
No, I want to get you.
Fuck
Okay, so
you.
you're familiar with the show? You know, like the crests,
Digimon
right?
monsters. What?
The crests.
Yes.
Each character has a different crest.
Yeah.
I want to get them all done, like on my wrist, which is the most nerdiest,
You
weirdest
just
idea.
pointed to your forearm.
That's your forearm.
This. Fuck off.
Good call, though. No. That's a good tattoo idea. If
It's
you're into
so but the best part about it is I can totally milk it off for whatever it wants to be. If they know what the show is, they're like, oh, you got Digimon tattoo. That's cool. And anyone who doesn't know about Digimon is like, oh, what's tattoo about? I'm like, this one means courage. This one means knowledge. Like, skip over the Digimon part altogether. It's like foolproof.
I'm awesome. Just forgot about the Digimon part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this just pretty much
Do you
sums
know-
up how good I am.
Do you know what Munchkin is?
Yes.
Hold on, Munchkin.
Nice.
I have a Munchkin
That
tattoo
is-
as
Let's say,
well.
hold on.
That is pretty amazing. I didn't even notice that one.
Yeah,
Let's.
it's that one. It's got to get touched up, but I have a Munchkin tattoo as well.
That's pretty
I
amazing.
don't. Is that a
Um,
Star Wars thing?
Yes.
Actually,
No.
No,
damn it.
no, it's a card game. Let me go back this up a little bit.
Okay, let's talk about the one on your again. We should,
Oh, my
we should,
shin?
We should probably start this video podcast thing sooner than later.
I just noticed you have boobs on your thigh.
Yeah, I have a mermaid on that leg, and I have his name is Cornelius Bocephus Wolf. He's actually a time traveler.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so he hasn't technically been born yet, but I do have a photo of him on my shin.
Is this? Did you make him up?
Yes.
It's amazing.
I told that to somebody that I work with, and their response to that was, "What color is the sky in your world?" And I said, "Today it's purple."
I like a thing like a light pinky, like peachy color.
Yeah.
That's
It's
that's
green.
personally my.
But no, I mean, I've got a more. Like I've got a lot of tattoos, and
yeah, you
I'm
got a
get-
big bear.
I'll tell you, I'm working with a friend of mine right now. Actually, I have a lot of friends who are tattoo artists, obviously. My one friend is designing this arm, my left arm, which is going to be a full sleeve of Ghostbusters.
Nice. Back onto the Ghostbusters conversation. I want to bring up two
Ooh.
things. One,
Such smooth segues.
I have a box of Stay Puft marshmallows on a shelf back there.
Don't open them.
Apparently,
Can we open them?
I want to go back to HMV and buy more, but apparently, according to the box, there's actually like marshmallows in there. I don't know. I haven't opened it. I don't want to. That's the thing. And until I have a second box, I don't want to open it.
No, there's actually marshmallows in this.
Yeah.
I know there is.
Yeah.
I've seen these in the States.
Yeah.
You know the the vinyl figures they just released for all the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
That I have all of them.
Nice.
I used to work.
I
at
even have
HMV.
I have the Hot Topic exclusive toasted marshmallow man.
Nice.
Yeah.
They still have Hot
Thanks to my
Topics?
fiance.
What's
that?
a good question,
There's
actually.
still Hot Topics.
In the States? Oh yeah.
So you're obviously you are in the States a lot.
I'm well traveled.
Are you from there at some
No.
point, or what? You just
No, I'm
What's the deal with the
Albertan born and raised.
so
I go to the States a lot though.
for what?
For fun. To Vegas, to Disneyland.
Nice.
So you just have a lot of money,
Yeah.
is what you're
No.
saying?
No.
No,
I do not.
sponsor trips.
No.
No, like
No,
You
you
just
just save
save
up and go. I
So I just wanted to really make you feel uncomfortable with that money joke. I'm sorry.
thank you. No, it's I mean, I wish I had sponsored trips to the States. I would go to I honestly, I mean, I think once a month I get a hankering to go down to the States, and I love we just drove down to Spokane.
I've been there.
At the tail end of at the beginning of September, because we actually adopted a dog from Spokane.
What kind?
She is a
Do you have a picture? Let's just
Yes,
get
I do.
Straight to the point here.
she is a God
I'm in this phase
shepherd
right now.
Australian healer lab cross,
Damn.
I'm in
and
this
she's wonderful.
phase where I'm wanting a dog. So I have this hole in my heart that can only be filled with unconditional love,
It's a dog shaped heart.
and it's
A
a
hole.
dog-shaped heart, and you don't
It's
understand.
dog shaped hole.
Yeah, dog
Ew.
shaped. Yeah, dog hearts. I don't think are the healthiest. But no, that's that's all I've been consumed with is looking at Kijiji and like, oh, I could have this dog. And my dream dog is a dog that I kind of had but didn't have.
Breakups are awful.
I was just gonna say that. Good. Remember there. Is pretty much a what the fuck are they called? Reserve dogs, where it's a mixture of
Yep.
Rottweiler, German Shepherd, Labs. All those are all my. I like big dogs. Those are all my favorite breeds. And when they like jam them together, they're the fucking cutest dogs ever.
Super dog.
I dog sit for neighbors down the street. Shout out if you're listening. You're not listening. I don't know why I said that. They have a dog that I dog sit for all the time, and I told them if you guys ever die, God forbid,
Jesus.
I'm taking your dog.
That's fucking morbid. If you
Yeah.
guys die, I'm taking your dog.
Yeah, that's I think the third thing I ever said.
So
to them.
you don't have a choice because you're dead.
No, and they agreed. They're like, yeah, totally. Like,
You know, if we
He's
die,
yours.
you can have.
I'm just, yeah, and he's that type of dog, and it's just, I don't know. I'm just so lonely for a dog right now. It's pretty sad, actually.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but you look so
Upset.
yeah, like you actually look like there is a dog shaped hole in your
There
heart.
is. There
I'm not
totally
lying
is.
to you.
He's not. Yeah. He's not
it's all about
exaggerating.
truth here. It's all about
Truth.
the truth.
We spit in the truth.
Welcome to Earth.
Earth.
No, it hurts.
No, but the whole point of it, like, no, I love going to the States because you can get better shit down in the States.
Yeah, I
Like
need a passport.
I brought back, what did I bring back? I brought back a whole bunch of cereal. There's chocolate Lucky Charms.
Ew.
They were so good. I brought back chocolate Toast Crunch instead of cinnamon Toast Crunch. Oh no, Kenny, chocolate Toast Crunch instead of cinnamon Toast Crunch. I love cinnamon Toast Crunch, but
I like French Toast Crunch.
Yes.
ew.
Ew,
Ew.
oh God,
Ew.
another segue.
Yeah. No, I want to segue into this. I bet you could make a killing by friggin' bringing Dunkaroos into the States because they don't have those anymore.
And Kinder Surprises are
Yeah.
illegal.
Oh yeah,
I love
they're
that.
illegal.
I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck you,
Actually,
America.
no. There was somebody that was bringing Kinder Surprises into the States, and they got caught.
Yeah.
There was actually a story about that, and they got caught.
I want to make a YouTube channel. Say ideas, they just come to me all the time. I want to make a YouTube channel called "Fuck You America," where all I do
Ketchup
is
chips.
I sit there
Yes.
and I open Kinder Surprises, and the whole video is just me assembling those really poorly constructed little puzzles that you get in the Kinder Surprises. And it's
That are
just-
4
and the
pieces.
whole- every time I look up, I just look up and I give the finger like this, and I go back to assembling these terrible puzzles.
we need to do this. This is a thing that is going
Fuck
to happen.
you, America.
I have a Kinder Surprise. You don't, you assholes. That's
And the chocolate
It's
chocolate is
meh.
so good.
it's I don't
So
it's
good.
good, but I
Fuck
don't know.
you,
I'm
it's
lactose
delicious.
intolerant.
That's the
so
best.
I don't eat chocolate.
That's the
anymore.
best. Oh man,
Okay.
you're breaking my heart.
Another
I
thing
have
I
like
bring
a
up every
chocolate-sized hole
Break
in
my
my heart
balls.
now because of you.
He looks so sad right now, guys. Segue into not segue. Why do I fucking say that word? I like that word. Talking about going to America.
You just like scooters.
Every podcast we bring up the fact that we're for the first time. No, that's a lie. I've been to the States before, but we're going to California next summer to VidCon.
GTFO. Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you know what VidCon is?
Kind of.
Let's see.
YouTube convention.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
We're going there, and essentially we're gonna promote the podcast. Obviously,
Good.
I'll go there and do that. And he went,
And
last
hopefully we'll have actually like videos on Big Pixels. My phone. That was my phone.
year. It's been your phone all along, Luke.
Yes.
Luke.
That was my mom. I'm sorry.
And
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Maxine.
Ooh. On a first name basis.
She was our teacher.
Shout out goes to
too.
Maxine.
Keeping it fresh.
Keeping it
Yeah.
fresh. Maxine. If you're
Annie.
out there, you're listening.
Does she listen?
Stay fresh.
No, she was like your mom, basically.
My mom listens.
This is what you guys need. This is if you did this. I'll
And
listen.
maybe say the N word a little less.
Ooh. Has the
Last-
N word come up in conversation on this?
Yes, it came
Wow.
up. Last episode
Thanks
it came
to
up.
Brody.
Wow.
Brody
Fucking
is
Brody.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you straight up, I will not use the fucking the N word.
Brody's
Yeah.
the kind of person who will do anything for a joke.
And it was
He
a
doesn't
shout
know.
out to Kanye West nonetheless.
Oh my god.
I was actually, if you listen back to the podcast, see, we're so terrible. We just talked about last week's.
I don't think I
podcast.
censored it either. Holy
No,
shit!
you didn't. I listened. I went to that part. I was like, and as soon as he said, I was like, really? We made it this far in the podcast without saying the word, and he just dropped it.
I
in.
meant
He
to
was like,
censor
yep.
it. I just remembered I completely forgot to do that.
Yeah.
I forgot that
Whatever.
happened.
We're real. We're
Yeah.
reals.
First things
We're
first.
Truth.
Earth. Welcome to Earth.
Earth.
Truth. That's when we start running out of things.
And then personal is business.
Anyways, we're going.
Yeah, going back to VidCon.
Yeah.
We're going there. And
I went.
getting drunk.
I went there this year, and actually back to the famous people you've met.
Yeah, who have you met, Luke?
Yeah. We
everybody-
usually skip Luke in the questions.
Yeah, I all the time. I never get to answer my questions. But yeah, I met a bunch of people at VidCon. I met Joe Beretta in my video. I met a guy named Kyle Colgren. He does these videos for Channel Austin.
Keep in mind though, YouTube celebrities are different from real celebrities.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to have a certain taste, or no, you have to know YouTube enough to understand YouTube celebrities.
I met Toby Turner.
What are you saying? I don't know.
Well, I'm saying
I actually don't, but I'm just fighting back. Go on.
I met Toby Turner, who's Tobuscus on YouTube. He does a lot of video game stuff. Biggest one, I met Katie Wayne, who I'm kind of obsessed with.
Be careful with the obsession thing.
no, she knows.
It can,
She knows.
She knows?
I met her and like hung out with her for like 3 hours.
How'd you meet her?
Oh.
What through what did you
Through
meet her?
her fan site.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
She is
you know.
on the fan site.
Is she hot?
Yes.
Are you single?
Yes.
Well, is she?
I don't probably.
You should know this if you're.
I should.
Yeah, you should know that.
But
if you're obsessed.
but I also feel like that with
you
like,
should also know her daily schedule.
Yes.
Where she is at any given time.
Her favorite place to poop.
I feel like
Her
that
favorite
with
color.
with the things that she's had to deal with the internet, she would not reveal this stuff.
In regard what?
There's ways of finding
Yeah, I know.
things like that.
Remember the whole doxing thing we talked about? With, like,
Yeah, I
people
know.
showing-
Oh, penises and the.
She,
Yes,
Wieners.com.
she's had people show up to her house with like flowers, like leaving flowers on her doorstep and stuff. And
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Can I just say I hate the hacker generation?
fuck that
Fuck
4chan
pumpkin
guy.
spice and fuck the hacker generation
You mean the ones that leak Jennifer Lawrence's boobs?
and everything else. Did you look at those photos?
We had this conversation
I
later today.
plead the
No,
fifth.
I did. I looked at the photos, but I didn't look.
Well,
the
then you
photos
committed
up.
a sex crime according to
know.
Jennifer Lawrence.
We had this exact conversation.
You literally raped her.
While we were having brunch today, we talked about this, and no, I was showing the pictures. Literally showing. Someone said, "Look at Jennifer Lawrence is naked." I'm like,
Then I
Great.
raped Jennifer Lawrence. You are a terrible person.
Literal
Kenny.
stare rape.
You look at me. 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 You are a bad person.
"Yeah, I didn't jerk off to it, so we're all good."
I plead the fifth.
Luke, masturbation jokes, really?
Luke.
Luke,
Masturbatory
that
Fun
crosses the
time.
line here.
Masturbatory
Does it?
fun time is meant to
No.
be kept between you and God.
And Jennifer Lawrence's photos.
Yes.
Jennifer Lawrence's photos.
It's gonna get so awkward when I go see her, like the new Hunger Games movie. I'm just gonna be like, Katniss, I know what you got under there, and you know what?
I feel that way every time I see a movie with Olivia Wilde.
Is she the
She's done like nudity on
she's
film.
married to Jason Sudeikis, right?
Oh, that lucky fucker.
Luckiest man on the
Yes.
planet. Yeah, she was naked in Alpha Dog.
She was naked in a lot of stuff.
Really?
Surprising amount, yeah.
What else?
I can't remember any titles, but I
Because
know I've
like
seen
my
it.
go-to for Olivia Wilde is like, I want to see Olivia Wilde's boobs. I have to watch Alpha Dog,
Yeah.
which is a really depressing movie. Have you seen Alpha Dog?
No, I haven't.
It's really depressing. But Justin Timberlake's really good in it.
Yeah, I thought. I
Let's
was
talk
gonna
about
say-
Justin Timberlake for a few minutes.
Have you met him?
No,
He's.
but he's really good friends with
he's-
Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, has
Yeah.
he done? He's lip synced with Jimmy Fallon. Does that make you jealous?
Probably not in the segment on the show.
Yeah, he's done. Isn't he the first one that did it?
No,
Really?
no.
No, he does the rap battles.
I just want to
Yes.
say,
No,
if,
not the rap battles. The rap, whatever.
What are you going to say, Luke?
if anybody told me 10 years ago that I would be as big of a fan of Justin Timberlake as I am today, I would have laughed in their goddamn faces.
I love him.
Like,
He's so
he
cool.
he is a really like he's turned into a really amazing person over like these last 10 years.
Yeah, isn't that hilarious?
Yeah, like total
He
like
left NSYNC in
Yeah.
the dirt, and he turned it around.
yeah.
Just with those curly
Baby, bye,
blonde.
bye, bye.
I'm just gonna start singing that song. Yeah. I just think every time I think of like where he used to be, it's just that curly blonde short hair and that fucking jean
Frosted
jacket
tips.
and
No,
jeans and jean jacket.
no.
jean
Now you have
jacket.
to picture him in the. What's that fucking song?
Now
called?
you have to picture
Why
him,
am I blanking on everything?
now you have to picture him from that one scene in Love Guru where according to
I've never seen that movie.
Mike Myers, it looked like he was smuggling a chihuahua.
Smuggling a chihuahua. Yeah.
How
Not a very-
old are you?
That's abrupt. I'm 26.
26. Okay, I'm just trying to get a gauge for like when you're young, like what music.
The
all that kind
the
of shit.
beard makes it really hard to tell.
Why? How old do I look, Luke?
I don't know.
The
That's
thing
the
is-
thing. It makes it really hard to tell.
Do you know
Oh,
what's
good.
sad is you just said 26 and I was like, fuck, that's old. And then I think about how old I am. I'm like, oh, that's not really that old.
How old are you?
We're both of us are 21.
Fuck you both.
I know. Actually,
Ah.
we'll quickly talk about. We'll shout out to how the reason why you're sitting here today is Jen Schneiker.
Oh yeah.
He used to work. I actually used to work with Carolyn. The whole family, the Schneiker family. Shout out
Did you work at?
Creative Avenues.
Yeah.
For 2 years.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was a shipper. I did Chris's job.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
Getting really local
Yeah.
with this.
And as you know, actually we've mentioned the Schneikers before. They're the ones whose the bathroom I threw up all over in a few weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that again. I haven't asked her if she listened to the episode. Yeah, but I totally vomited all over their door, the sink, and I was in
The
there
one
for
on
like
the main
20
floor?
minutes. Yeah. Next time you
You're
go in
a
that bathroom,
dick. I'll know.
I
I'll
cleaned it
know.
up.
I'll be like, Kenny threw up in here.
I cleaned it up pretty good. I think. I don't know.
That's
I
so
was
weird
so
that
drunk.
we're talking about this. We like. That's so weird.
It's like we just met, but it's like we've known each other for so long through this house that I threw up all over him. I've only
Yeah.
been there a few times.
Well, I wouldn't say forever, but I feel like I've known you for at least 3 hours.
3 out. Has it been that long? What fucking time is it?
Yeah, we've been recording
No, it's
for
been
an
an hour
hour
and
and
a
40
half.
minutes.
An hour and 40 minutes. This is gonna
But
be
it
another
feels
long
like 3.
episode. Thanks. I feel so good right now. Yes. Yeah. That's how we.
Yeah,
contacted
shout out
you,
to-
through the
shout out to Jen.
Schneikers.
Thank you for
Jen.
messaging me and telling me about these guys.
That night actually is when they brought it the first time. When we were all so fucking pissed drunk. There was 3 of us. It was Jen, me, and Brand, who's been on the podcast a few times.
Mm-hmm.
We were so fucking just pissed drunk. I was like, Jen, that Lincoln guy, lip sync guy, you know him, right? And she was like, yeah. I was like, message him, tell him I'm on this podcast. She was like, okay. And then I think it was like a week later, I messaged her. I was like, hey, have you talked to me? She was like, no, I'll do it right now. And she did it. She was like, here's his number. I was like, cool. And that's how you're here today. So,
All right.
little insight, Luke. There.
Cool story, bro.
Bro.
Thank you.
Can you tell it again?
I kid you not. Fucking earlier today, again, Brand that ass. I keep bringing him up. No, today I said a story. He said that exact same thing. Can you say it again? I was like, fuck off. That's the dipshitest thing to say because I'm such a horrible storyteller.
Yep.
You're not the worst storyteller I've ever heard.
But for a guy who has a podcast, yes, I am the worst storyteller.
I mean, don't be so hard on yourself, Kenny.
Bro.
Brah. Cool story, brah.
I'm just all about the one-liners. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
That's why we have guests on.
So, Luke.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not much better. That's kind of why
No.
we brought you here.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I know. And
Sir.
you know what? I'm
the
doing my
mediator.
best here. Okay, so in terms of Doctor Who, which I
Yes.
know you said you were a fan.
Yes.
Yeah, see, we're totally alienating
Oh,
Kenny
absolutely.
right now.
It's
I love
what
it.
we do.
Yes. What was your opinion about how far behind are you? Or have you watched season 7?
I've watched most. I've watched to like up to most of Matt Smith.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm a bit behind.
Oh shit. See, I'm already on Peter Capaldi
Yeah,
and like fully up to date except for today's episode, which
I'm
airing
not
as
quite
we
up to
speak.
date on like most of the plot points, but like I'm not scared of spoilers at all.
So when you say up to most of
Honestly,
Matt
I can't
Smith-
remember.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
No,
Can you just fucking
throw it at
can
me.
you just
man.
fucking
throw it at
watch
me.
it?
Yeah, I'm planning
So
on
you've
it.
obviously, pardon me, you've obviously watched David Tennant,
Yes,
and you've watched Eccleston.
yes.
Okay. So going back to the reboot,
Yes.
the mannequin episode,
I love Reboot.
what is your opinion on the mannequin episode?
I liked it.
Just okay.
I didn't mind it. It
a
was
little more. Come on.
Maybe not the best like reintroduction.
Nope.
But
Nope.
like I don't know. As a standalone episode, I didn't think it was too bad.
No, it's not terrible.
The ending was a little weird.
Very weird.
Yeah,
Very weird.
even by Doctor Who standards.
Okay. Now, the character of Rose,
Yes.
love her, hate her, ship her, kill her.
Is that a new game?
Yeah,
I've just created. Yes,
It's like
love
fuck, marry,
her, hate
kill.
her, ship her, kill her. That's what I've.
Dude.
What? No,
keep
no,
talking.
no.
I'll
Go on, Kenny.
Well, usually you have more than one person for that kind of game.
Nope.
No, dude. So do you just tick off each one, or you only pick one?
No, he's gonna pick one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
okay.
I think you could probably like tick off more than one for that.
Okay.
But
So you want to kill her, but you love her?
well, like by the beginning of the show, I don't think she was really the greatest character, but I think she definitely had a lot of character development. So like by the end,
Absolutely.
like by beginning, I was like, but by the end of it, she was one.
That's
of my favorite
how I
characters.
feel because where I started with Matt Smith.
Okay.
That's where I started. I watched all of season 5.
Yeah.
Or series
Series
5
5.
of the reboot.
Part 2, series.
I
5.
love Reboot.
Yes, we get that.
So I watched that whole season with Amelia Pond.
Yeah.
Right from where he first turns into where Matt Smith becomes a doctor.
Yeah.
And then I went back and I watched. I got to talk into the mic. And then I went back and watched from series 1, part 2, or part 2, series 1. And my initial reaction to Eccleston was
Keep talking. Keep talking.
I didn't like that very first episode. I was like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Why am I bothering to watch this?
Just keep talking. Keep talking.
And but by the end of that season, by the end of series 1, I didn't want him to go.
Yeah, like I'm kind of similar. I introduced myself to Doctor Who through like when Matt Smith started. I remember I read like a newspaper article or something about like that, like talking about like this new series with Matt Smith and talking about that. And I was
Right.
like, I really should check out this show. So I watched one episode when I saw it on Space Channel. It was one of the early Matt Smith episodes, the
Astronaut?
the space whale one.
Oh, the space whale.
Yeah.
Oh, the space whale. That's like episode 2.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
season
like
5.
really early. And
Yeah.
like that episode, like the writing of that episode instantly had me hooked. I'm like, I need to start this from maybe not the beginning because that's like way the fuck back. I don't have time for that shit. Ain't nobody got time for that.
No. Ain't nobody got a rhyme with that.
So yeah, I started with Eccleston, and he definitely became like one of my favorite characters of all time.
Absolutely.
I'm not quite sure exactly one, but definitely by the Harkness episode.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it was the same because once Eccleston left, I was just like,
No.
I was like, fuck, now I got to learn this whole new guy. And I'd say by episode 2 or 3 with Tennant, I was instantly like, he's going to go.
Yeah.
He's going to leave at some point.
Yeah.
You know that you have 3
know that-
seasons with
yeah.
him, but you're like, you at some point are going to leave. Oh, don't worry. I'm coming back to you, Kenny. Just, you know that he's going to leave.
Yeah,
And it's
I
very
think
depressing.
That's like probably the worst part about trying to watch Doctor Who is this character is going to leave
I'm
and they're going to continue on.
Not going to lie to you. You never forget your first doctor.
No, you
And the
don't.
fact that you still haven't gotten to Matt Smith leaving,
Yeah,
you're going. It's sad.
Yeah,
I don't mean to bring you down, but you have to know that it is very sad.
every
It's
single
a very fitting way that he goes out, but
Yeah.
it's very sad.
every single doctor leaving has been like heartbreaking for me.
Have you watched? Okay, have you watched the 50th anniversary episode?
No, I
Oh,
think
for fuck's sake!
I think that was like up to where I got, and then like what it was like the people that I was watching the show with, like I worked a lot. I still do, but like at that point I was starting to like work a lot. So like I would try to be watching with them, and then they would like watch it while I'm at work or I'm busy. So I'm like, screw it. I gave up for now. I'll just try to catch up later, and then I never got around to it.
Yeah. No, so you did see the 50th.
I know what happens in it, but I haven't,
haven't
actually
actually
watched
watched
it.
it.
Like that's like up to where I've gotten.
No, you need to. Oh man.
Yeah, I know.
man.
I'm with that with every single show. I still haven't caught up on Breaking Bad. I mean, I'm terrible for that.
You've now instantly made me hate you.
I know.
Because
I'm sorry.
you have no excuse. The 1 year anniversary of the final episode literally just passed like last week.
Yeah, I know.
And you have no reason to not
Yeah, I know.
have not caught up because it's all on Netflix.
I have like 2 hours to myself every single day, and I have like too many YouTube subscriptions to do anything else.
Every effort to not make any noise
You made
completely
all
failed.
the noise.
Kenny just knocked his entire microphone into himself.
Although-
it was awesome.
To be fair, that shock mount is amazing. I actually didn't hear a whole lot.
So
That one, not so amazing. That one,
I can't hear anything. Can you hear it?
I can hear that.
Fuck's sakes.
So yeah, Doctor Who's great.
No, Kenny,
No,
hit,
now see Kenny. Kenny,
hit your mic stand. Let's do a
hit your
comparison.
mic stand. Hit your mic stand. That's really boring podcasting.
Anyways,
So, Kenny, now
Moving on.
I have a question for you. Now that I've asked him about
sorry,
Doctor,
whose podcast is this? sorry, okay, sorry, go ahead.
do you like Childish Gambino?
Yes.
Perfect.
What's your favorite song?
Ooh. Telegraph Ave, Oakland by Lloyd.
Is that one that just came out? Or off his new album, right?
It's off because of the internet.
Okay.
I love. Are we okay? So, like specifically per album?
No, just your favorite song.
Yeah, Telegraph Ave.
Okay.
Oakland by Lloyd.
What's your favorite song? My favorite song is
What's your favorite song?
Freaks and Geeks.
Nice.
I actually, if we ever do this, which I'm throwing this out there, if we ever do a lip sync thing again, I'm doing that song
Good.
because I know every word to that song.
Good. Do it.
I actually the other day I was doing it in preparation for this. I was doing it in the mirror before I went to shower. I was like, I had my iPod sitting on the counter. I was just going through songs, and I was like standing in the mirror, staring at myself, just lip syncing away. And I went to go play that song, and I just bought a new iPod, and it's not. I have to put it back on my iPod, and I was really upset about that. But yeah, favorite song from him.
Good. Are you caught up on the new album, the new EP and the mixtape?
No, not
Because he
that
released
much.
a new music video yesterday too.
Yeah, I know he did. I know that.
That's
I'll
my
say I'm
favorite
not
song.
Caught up. I haven't listened to his new album completely. I did.
You need to.
I've heard it in the background, but no, I haven't yet.
You
but I
need to.
I bought.
Have you watched the new music video?
No, not yet.
Okay, because the new music video is my favorite song off that album.
Yeah,
It's
I
my
know.
favorite song. And every music video he fucking makes is just incredible.
I think I bought Camp like the day it came out, and I was so upset that Freaks and Geeks wasn't on it because that was kind of his. That's what got his like rap career started was that
Yeah.
song, and I'm gonna admit nothing's compared near to that song yet, but
Fair enough.
I like a lot of songs off his his first album. What the fuck?
I think if I had to pick a second favorite song by him, it'd be Grind.
Mine would be what the damn it! Throw my iPod. Just throw that iPod over.
Pass the iPod. Oh, it's
Is
Lego.
that Sunrise?
Lego.
It's not awesome.
Lego.
Lego.
Audience has no idea what we're talking about right now.
My yeah, they don't need to know.
What album
Need
is it
to
off?
know
Camp?
basis.
Camp. I think it's Sunrise. Why can't I remember the name of the fuck song? Yeah, Sunrise.
Okay.
That's probably my second favorite song.
You got more questions for me? That's all I got for you.
No, isn't this? Aren't I supposed to be the guest here? Like, what's happening here?
No,
Yes, I do have more questions for you.
Perfect.
This would have really fit in perfectly with the celebrities we met part of the episode, but you met Kenny versus Spenny.
Oh yeah, I met them too.
I clicked your Facebook. I saw that. I was like,
Yeah.
you met Kenny,
And that was completely random because they just happened to be walking out of the airport as I was walking in.
cool.
Yeah. And I wound up, Kenny, I was having a smoke and Kenny, I was
Did
like,
he bum
oh,
a cigarette off of you?
no,
Did
he
he bum
actually,
a light?
he was, he bummed a light because I was like, oh shit, sorry. Like I was holding my smoke too close. And he's like, no, don't worry about it. And he like pulled out his smoke and he's like, do you have a light? I was like, absolutely.
Yes. Can you sign it?
Yeah.
Actually, another celebrities I met, Randy and
Back to
Leahy
Kenny, the
from
diva.
right.
Yeah.
That's like my thing. That's my persona. Well, last episode we were talking about who would be the biggest diva, and everyone was like, "Kenny, you're the biggest diva." I was like, "All right, whatever. I'll be the Beyonce of the group."
Whatever happened to the rest of Destiny's Children?
Child.
No,
Destiny's Children.
no, whatever happened to the rest of Destiny's Children?
That's cool. Start a new segment while I was telling a story.
Yeah.
We'll get back to that question.
Okay.
Hold on. Randy and Leahy.
Randy and Leahy.
Because
Actually,
I
I
have a
met them
tag up to
before.
this.
But the thing is, I thought this last night is the guy who was renting out this building who was able to get us his space
Yes.
knows them
No
personally.
way. Nice.
So next time they come in, I shouldn't say this on podcast because now people are gonna hold me up to it. But
Yeah.
You're going to try to get him on
Randy
the
Leahy
podcast.
on this podcast.
That
in
would be
this room.
fucking sick. And if you do, you know who you're calling to get. I'll come.
Yeah.
You're the second person who said that. So we're gonna have to get a few more microphones.
Good.
This will be
Yeah.
a big podcast.
Yeah.
I've met the Trailer Park Boys.
I've met those two. Those are the only two.
We ended up hanging out with them at a Suicide Girls party in Calgary.
Dude.
Yeah, because I have a friend who was a Suicide Girl at the time, and they
Bro.
were doing a party in Calgary, and she's like, "Oh, by the way, you guys are all coming to the party tonight." She got us all wristbands,
Bro.
and we ended up they had like a VIP section up top, and we went upstairs, and they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, the Trailer Park Boys are here." We're like, "What the fuck is my life?" Like, it was pretty crazy.
Can we hang out with you like all the time now?
Yeah.
Oh no, like I said, my life is not as crazy as you think. I really enjoy.
You say that.
Did we
but,
pass
I've
your
done some
prime?
cool shit. What?
Like, are you past your primer on that?
I don't
or,
think
like-
so.
Okay, good. So yeah,
Yeah.
Because cool shit keeps happening to me all the
Yeah.
time.
we are gonna write you.
I need to like give you
no
my phone
other.
number and like next time anything cool happens, I'll be like right there in like
Absolutely.
half
I already got it.
hour. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got my phone number.
And his Facebook, you're gonna get so bombarded. every Saturday is gonna think of what are you doing tonight? What are we doing? What's happening?
I'll be like, I'm sitting at home with,
Can we come?
with a nice vodka and orange juice
And
and a
Robin
pizza.
Williams.
Well,
Oh right.
moving on.
Yeah. What's a Suicide Girl?
You don't know what the Suicide Girls are?
I've heard it. I don't know. I don't know.
So it's like an alternative pinup girl website. So
Oh,
they're like
yes,
girls
I
with
know
like
what that
tattoos
is.
and they get naked.
Brody
and-
freaking
Yeah, Brody's
shares
in
all
love
their
with Suicide
shit
Girls.
all
I
the
know
time.
somebody who's like close friends with a Suicide Girl. Yeah, you know.
Cool. You had some questions on Facebook or no? What were they from?
Yeah, from
Did we get Facebook questions?
Not Facebook.
I posted.
questions
Well,
yet.
you saw that post.
I saw the post,
No one
yeah.
ever actually. Everyone likes it. They're like, yeah, cool. No one ever questions.
No, fair enough.
I have two random questions. One question was last week. One question was from
I have
today.
more questions about.
They're
the
not
thing. I
really
just haven't
like
think of them.
they're not really like person specific questions. They're just really really random questions.
Oh, okay. Hit me up.
Yeah, one of them. They're both by the same person this week actually.
All right.
One of them
Shout out,
is
guy. Is this hold on? Is this John? Is that his
this
name?
is John. Yeah,
It's John.
It's
John.
Hi, John.
Shout out, John.
Yeah,
Hello,
shout out
John. This
John.
podcast brought to you by John.com.
Yes.
Formerly known as Wieners.com.
John's Wiener.
.com.
For when you need a wiener.
.com.
.com. Go on.
Would you be willing to reduce your life expectancy by 10 years to become extremely attractive or famous?
Okay. I have another thing I want to talk about reduced life expectancy, which is going to bum this out. But
Anyways, yes.
yes.
To both.
Famous.
Yeah.
I think I'm attractive enough.
Yeah, you know.
Again,
I got it
I'm
going
definitely attractive enough to men, so I'll say
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently you got it going on.
Oh, don't go on the next question yet. I have like two things I want to bring up now. Damn it. No wonder these podcasts go so long. Fucking Kenny doesn't shut up.
Yeah, we know.
Who's
yeah,
Kenny?
that's.
I think I just broke his heart.
I was looking at the Kill Kenny freaking sitting over there. Yeah, back to that men find you attractive. That's actually the thing. I was going to bring that up because I forget where I saw that. I think I'm gonna be honest. I creeped your Facebook before, like when it first came out, because I was like, oh fuck, Jen knows this guy, so I kind of looked it up, and yeah, and that's the one thing that fucking made me laugh so hard. He was like, yeah, so apparently I'm pretty big in the gay community.
Oh yeah, I am their queen.
It's all about their bears,
You
man.
are like, yeah. Is that? I was gonna ask. Is that what the tattoo?
No. I had that well before I became a bear queen.
Yeah.
Is that what they're called? Bear queens?
I have no idea. I'm not in the bear community. I'm just
well,
saying
you
that.
kind of are now.
I guess.
Like,
Yeah.
not.
Whether you like it or not.
Does that? Do you feel
fuck's
insulted
sakes.
or do you feel like appreciated by that?
No, I mean it's flattering to a degree, I guess. Obviously, the guy from Australia was kind of creepy, but other
Did
than
he send
that,
pictures of himself?
no, thank God. No,
What an
like it
asshole.
only it
Like,
ended.
Honestly,
It's
at
not
least,
it's a two-way street, buddy.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Yeah,
Think he's listening? Is he still kind of obsessed with you?
nah, I don't know. I haven't heard from him since.
Email him back. Don't
Is-
listen to this.
No,
We really need an Australian fan base. I will send nudes of myself if he listens.
Yeah.
perfect.
Would that be like that stalker that Watsky has? Like, you're really sad that he doesn't like.
Yeah, that not stalking him anymore.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Second thing I want to bring up about shortened life expectancy. I'm sorry, I'm going to really bring this podcast down, but have you heard about that girl
Oh boy.
who is stage 4 brain
Yes.
cancer? I read it a few days ago when I was sitting on the toilet at work, and I read the story, and this morning I watched the video. And like every podcast I say, for some reason I'm a lot more emotional as of late. Maybe it's because that dog
You're
shaped
going
hole
through
in my
menopause.
heart. No, it's like I'm going through my period or something, like a year-long period. Anyways, a year-long man period. I'm sorry.
Menopause.
Anyone relating to this? No.
No, I know what story you're
Menstruation.
talking about.
Yeah,
it's
I watched
actually
the
it's
video,
very-
and I was sitting there cuddled up to my stuffed shark, like in tears. I was like, "What the fuck?"
He's
Like,
not kidding.
This is so sad. And again, Brant, shout out to fuck. I keep bringing him up this episode just because he's been staying at my house that couple days. He was in the back. He was doing shit in the background, and he was like mocking the whole thing. I was like, "Fuck off! This is not funny."
No, it's very sad.
It's sad, and the story, and like listening to her mom like talk about, and the one thing I got me is after she dies, she wants her mom to go to like Machu Picchu or something like that, and like hike a mountain. And she was
Machu Picchu.
she was like, fuck off. She was like, I don't want to
damned.
do that. I don't like traveling. I don't want to do that. That sounds crazy, but you know, God damn it, I'm gonna do it for her. And I was like, God, like, no, why is this a thing? And a shout out to, I forget her name, but like that is like good for her. Like it's so sad to think that the day she passed away. I'm gonna be sad that day. Like, cause I'm gonna be like, it's November 1st. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, there's going to be a big, and you know what? I think it'd be good if everybody kind of took a moment to just reflect on that
Yeah.
that day.
And I think it's such a cool thing to take control of cancer like that, and not the way of recovery, but the fact that she is doing things in her own terms.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's
And
sad
there's
'cause
nothing wrong.
she's-
It's very sad, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with the fact that she's like, I want to go out my way.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong.
And it
with
was just, and she made me think today. It was like, and she said this in the video, and I posted it on Facebook this morning, and I was like, the post was, or what she said was, you know,
that. Go on. I'm okay.
she was, do what you enjoy doing, because, again, well, and everyone says, you don't take life for granted, but, you know, spend your time doing what you love, because you know what? At the end of the day, you don't know what's coming, and you don't know what's going to happen to you. And you want to be able to look back and say, you know, you did all the things you love doing. And it's like, just, I don't know. It got to me this morning. Like, it's cool. It's sad at the same time, but it's kind of inspiring.
Absolutely. It's incredibly inspiring.
And the fact that her family's so strong, and like she has this complete step. She's like, you know, on November 1st, I'm going to, I'm going to take my life in this way. That's
Well, didn't they move to
Oregon.
Is it Oregon where they
think
have
it was
the
Oregon. Yeah. I think it was-
what's
I
the
don't know.
law called? Do you know what it's called, Luke?
No.
It's like
You can take your own life.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you can take your own life, and it's just like live your own way or something.
And
Yeah.
only 5 people in the States right now are eligible for that, and she's one of them. And she was like, you know, I'm gonna be laying in my bed, surrounded by my parents, my husband, my best friend, listening to some music I really enjoy. I was
Yep.
like, and it just makes me think, I was like, I could be doing that same thing and it's just I don't know. It just got to me. I don't want to bring this podcast down. We'll go back to the next question, but just the whole thought of that whole thing and
Life expectancy thing. Yeah.
and just enjoying the little things. Like, you know what? If I was told I'm dying soon and I had the choice to do that, I would probably do the same way. Be surrounded by people I love, and listen to the fucking "Shake It Off" by Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
That would be my dying jam.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's what. So sorry to bring it down, but
Yeah,
back to the
Jesus.
life expectancy thing, and I just wanted to mention that because that it doesn't mean a lot to me. Like, it's a new thing and it's just a story, but it touched me a lot. Clearly, people can relate.
Yeah.
We're having a moment right now.
Yeah, just
We're holding hands.
Okay, you can
Yeah.
let go now. It's kind of too long.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, next question.
anyways, next question while that's happening. This is really random.
Is this one more specific or?
Really specific.
Ooh,
I don't
who's
know.
a diva now? I want to talk about me on this podcast.
Yeah, is this one specific to me or is it just?
This was really random. I'm not
I
sure how to
love
answer this
random
one.
questions.
Okay, go for it.
If you start digging straight down right now through the middle of the earth to the other side of the planet, would you come out on the other side with your feet or your head first?
You would burn up in the core
You
of
don't-
the earth, or-
Next part, you don't have to worry about things like magma and all that stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
weird.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'd say.
feet first,
Thanks,
obviously.
John.
Oh,
No, wow.
Oh, man.
Apparently, it's a good question. Thanks, John.
This reminds me of another really sad, tragic thing to bring
Thanks
things-
for
I'm,
fuck's
I'm kidding. I'm
sake.
kidding.
Yeah, thanks, John. Really bringing the fucking podcast down. No, I think eventually your equilibrium, like your gravity, like you would go from digging down to digging in front of you to digging up.
Yeah.
But then you'd end up being like 5 feet from where you started your hole.
That's no.
I would just fly a plane.
What?
That's my answer. I'm just saying you get so confused that you'd get lost. That's just a lot of digging. I don't want to do that. Or are we playing Motherload, like the old computer game? where
Yeah,
you're like,
sure. We're playing Motherload.
Motherload. Oh, Motherload.
Did
There's
you know they
Magma
made a
in
sequel?
Motherload. To Motherload?
Yeah, it's available on like PSN and like Xbox and
Steam?
something like that. I don't know if it's available on Steam. I just know they had a thing on like PAX and like E3 and stuff.
Do you know what Motherload is?
No.
I'm pretty sure I saw a thing
like
for
a
them
computer
at a convention. I can't remember what convention it was.
I'm a, you guys play Minecraft? Yeah. I'm a
Don't
Minecraft.
even ask
You have
any of that
Minecraft?
question.
Do you
Holy
guys,
shit.
I do have Minecraft.
We have Minecraft, totally.
I have it on my Xbox and my computer.
Oh, computer?
And my computer, yeah. Do you guys
Dude.
play Space Engineers?
No.
Yes.
Do you?
I've
Don't, no,
tried it.
I'm not done with Minecraft.
Anyways,
go
yeah,
on.
no, like I said,
Go on with
you,
your Minecraft
you
stuff.
don't want to get this guy started on Minecraft.
I've made two Minecraft videos on YouTube, and poor little Carter, Tom, who's been on the podcast, is his young son. Every time he sees me, he's like, "Have you posted a new Minecraft video yet?" I'm like, "No, I haven't yet," because I've been busy with other stuff. But I fucking love Minecraft. Like,
It's kind
let's
of his
fucking Minecraft.
It's
it
totally
out.
his thing.
Well, we have an Enderman sitting right behind
we have an Ender friend.
next to Cyndaquil.
Yeah.
It's Enderfriend.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
that's what that is.
Oh.
Yeah. We're not gonna start talking about video games now. Where are we
Yeah,
at? We're so long at this podcast.
recording time is at 2 hours right now.
Oh, good.
I
Yeah.
know. I was thinking, in hindsight, we should probably start doing podcasts in like parts. We can do like part 1, part 2, and post them separately. But whatever. We haven't got too many complaints on our podcast length.
Like I said, I've seen 6 hour podcasts before.
when I make
Fuck
a
it.
when one of the podcasts I listen to come up with an extra long episode, I'm like, yes. Like
We
whatever.
don't make that a special thing.
No.
The special thing is probably the really short podcast where like, yes, I can actually listen to this one all the way through.
Yeah. Whatever. That was all the questions, right?
Yes. We had one person asking if our website is the only way to listen to the podcast, but we're also on iTunes.
And we're still working on SoundCloud, right?
Yeah, we gotta like subscribe to that to get like more.
Yeah. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
We also need to do the loot crate then.
We have to. Oh yeah, we're gonna start doing Loot Crate as well.
Yeah.
And we're still working on that Facebook page. We have a lot of stuff we have to work on here.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress. Do you have any questions for us? You've kind of been asking us through, but I'm just gonna like put you on the spot.
No, I think I've asked all the
You've
questions.
asked more questions than we've asked.
Probably.
you.
Yeah, probably.
The sad thing is, I know there's more I was supposed to ask, but I just can't remember them.
because you didn't write it down.
No.
So
Exactly.
the
hold on.
moral of the podcast: Write stuff down, kids.
Yeah.
No, because then that'll go against our motto. There's no theme or direction.
But
actually,
it would
I
still
do
be
have
nice
questions.
to remember things.
You were. Let's just talk a little bit. We're so beyond this part, but we're gonna go back to this. A little bit of what you've done as far as what's come of this video. Yes, this is still. Don't forget, this is a guy with that video. We talked about that like 2 hours ago.
Hi. Hi. I'm back.
What actually? What all came from it? I know you're on Amp Radio. You're on. All
Well,
these different
Amp
things.
Radio.
Tell me about that.
Amp Radio reached out to me, like Katie from Amp Radio in the morning.
She follows me on Facebook.
Yeah,
On Twitter.
She reached out to me when the video was at like 500 views.
Oh, really?
And they were like, "Hey, we want to do something with you." So the long weekend's coming up, so just give us a chance to kind of put something together, and then we'll have you in to talk about your video or whatever.
They didn't ask. They told you.
Yeah, they were just like, would you mind coming in or whatever? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I'd love to do that. That'd be awesome. So then the long weekend, she's like, all right, well, we'll hit you back up on Monday or no, Tuesday after the long weekend.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday comes and the video was already at like 50,000 views or something.
wow.
So she emails me and she's like, holy fuck, what happened over the weekend? Do you still want to come in? Like they were kind of like, oh, Mr. Too Big for His Britches or whatever. I was like, yeah, I totally want to come in still and blah, blah, blah. Like, and so what they wanted to do was a video where I'm lip sync battling them to
songs
popular
that are
songs.
overplayed on the radio.
Yeah. And they're like, well, because it was funny because I got in there and they're like, so we want you to do like a popular song. And I'm like, I don't listen to mainstream radio. And they're like, don't worry, neither do we. And I was like, oh, I'm sure.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Oh, spoiler alert, you know?
Yeah,
So
the song. I hate the song you did.
Happy?
Yeah, I hate
See,
that
but
song.
the thing is that I don't mind that song. So I was okay with it. At the time, now it's over. I've listened to it too many times, but that was the only one out of the catalog that I actually knew. So I kind of went in there with nothing.
Yeah.
Like the songs that I knew, I couldn't do because I was like, well, can I do Power by Kanye? And they're like, we don't play that. And I was like, okay.
Of course, that's the songs they play.
Yeah. So which is
Corporations,
totally
man.
fine, but it made it, kind of not as good in my mind because I
Not
wasn't
as
able
original
to.
and creative.
Well, it just not even that. It was just I wasn't able to do what I'm able to do. I had to do
Yeah.
like I was just like, okay, now I have to do Happy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you get really annoyed or upset when people say, "Let's do a lip sync battle"?
No,
Is it getting old yet?
it's gotten old for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
we're so
long-
late to this. This was like May. We should have been. We didn't have a podcast in May. Let's be honest.
No,
We're
and
10
that's totally
episodes in.
fine. Like I mean, I really appreciate you guys having me on
Yeah.
still, and like making me still feel relevant. That's kind of nice.
Yeah,
And
I was
we
surprised
appreciate you
agreed
coming
to
on.
This.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was kind of like, I don't think you would like
Why?
this podcast because we're
I'm just an average guy from Canada.
yeah.
Boom.
Oh,
That's
damn
the end
it.
of the that's the end of the podcast. No, I'm just
No.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's the whole thing I want to get into. I was going to introduce you as that. Fuck me. Yeah, the average guy. Yeah, you've enveloped this name as you're the average guy from Canada.
Yeah, I am the average.
Did you
guy.
make that up or?
Yeah, because I say in the video at the very beginning, I'm like, hey, I'm just an average guy from Canada. I want to come on the show and see if I've got what it takes to beat you. And then it goes into the I can't sing right now because my throat. But
Mm.
the very first news article that was written about me, that was their headline. There was like, average guy from Canada challenges Jimmy Fallon. And every other news article took that. And they're like, oh, Lincoln Constable, the average guy from Canada. And they just, everybody, and I was like, all of a sudden, like 2 days later, I was like, I guess, or like the next day, I was like, I guess I'm the average guy from Canada.
Yeah.
That's
How's that
kind of
feel
awesome.
to be summing up a whole country?
Um,
Do you feel you feel you fit the part? Are you doing
Do you
justice?
do it justice? Yeah.
Do you do
for the
justice?
country,
For the country.
I'm Canadian through and through. I love my Canada. Don't look
As
at
you
my
were in a
jersey.
St.
Don't look
Louis-
at my jersey. Because at the end of the day, the Oilers are still my number one team.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, see, I knew I was going to get some blowback.
I lived in
Yeah.
Edmonton and I still hate the Oilers.
See, but I like the mall. I like the hockey team, but there's nothing else about that city.
I like the city. I hate the hockey team.
Edmonton.
I love Edmonton.
See, and I love the hockey team, but god damn it, they make me so mad lately.
Oh,
They've been
let's
making
not
me
even
mad
start
for
about that.
5 years or plus.
Anyway, back to the average guy from Canada thing.
Yeah. So do I feel like I do it justice?
Yes.
Absolutely. I do. I'm Canadian through and through. 100% rep my country. I love Canada. I love being from Canada.
Do you have a maple leaf tattooed anywhere on you?
No,
Well, you should probably do that.
because I'm not that generic.
You are if you're summarizing a whole entire country, then you have to be as generic as possible. You can't be too unique, or else then you're no. Not where you going. Yes, I brought my charger. Oh god, is it gonna die?
21 minutes left, and those things are never accurate. So I figured
Good call. Good call. Yeah. Okay. We'll start to kind of point this towards a conclusion.
Here's an edit point.
Yes.
Yeah. No, we don't have edit points.
Oh,
Do
okay.
we? I don't know. I've never listened to a full podcast before. No, we don't.
That's about it.
So obviously, you have this going. Do you still aspire to be on Jimmy Fallon one day?
Absolutely. I mean, if it happens, that would be just another chapter in an already amazing life that I've led. You know what I mean? If it
Yeah.
doesn't happen, all the experiences that I had based around this video and everything that, including this, like it just, all the attention that it got, everybody that I made, laugh with it or whatever, all that was worth it in the end, regardless of whether or not I get on Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, and I guess we'll kind of
Shoot
have
for
a
the
concluding
stars.
question here in regards to this thing is,
Okay.
will you bring us with you?
See, and you're not, and it's so funny, you're not the only people that have asked me that.
Of
And
course not.
every single person that I've talked to is just like, we'll go with you. We'll grab a whole group of people and we'll all go sit in the audience and we'll go with you. And it's,
No, we're more asking
we're more like
are you gonna plug the podcast?
yeah, you want to sit in the limo with me.
yeah, no, we want to be the ones like on top of everyone else because you know what, we're like developed this amazing like friendship going on here, and you're gonna be back on the podcast, and
you just gotta plug the podcast.
Is
for me
that
and
the
Jimmy
stipulation?
Fallon.
I gotta.
Yeah.
If I say yes, I can come back on the podcast.
Yeah.
yeah.
Then yes, absolutely,
awesome.
you can come with me to Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon,
Nice.
you're gonna be on our podcast one day. Actually, I don't know. This podcast is. I'm so excited to see where this podcast goes because it's so terribly like I understand where that guy's coming from completely.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
yeah.
as a structural and as an actual like art form it's terrible, and I feel sorry for anyone who's like gets excited when we bring it up because it's.
But
such a
isn't that
slew.
art in and of itself?
That's what
Yeah.
this is art. We're forming art right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Every time we silently get up to go pee and leave the room, we're just creating another Mona Lisa.
and then you come back and jostle the mic.
Yeah,
You
still
barely
like-
heard it. See, I'm doing it right now. No one hears it. Like I'm making a jerking off motion.
Yeah,
That's
you're
weird.
totally jerking off your mic. Dan right now.
Well, let's bring this to a conclusion here.
Let's bring the train into the station.
Because
Yeah.
this has been. I feel sorry for our
Should we
listeners.
sing a song?
We're gonna do that.
Gonna bust out the guitar.
I think we're gonna have to bust up
Gonna-
camera for that part
you-
because
you
we have
gonna
to.
shake it
We
off?
have to close this podcast because
You're gonna shake it off.
I
I've
don't.
already got the sway going.
Just trust me. Okay.
I don't know the words to shake it off.
Oh, not much of a lip syncer then, are you? Okay, we're gonna do. Shade has been
Snap.
thrown.
Wow.
Ouch.
As always, at the end of the, are we forgetting anything? No, we just do our shout outs. We had our questions. No,
Thing of the week.
thing of the week. I'm sorry, I was supposed to tell you at the beginning.
Yeah.
When you first got here, every episode we do this thing where we call it the thing of the week, where it's something we've been enjoying or obsessed with over the last week.
Mhm.
And of course, as I say that every time, if you're a new guest, then you have a little bit of leeway because no one's going to know if it's actually a new thing or not. We'll give you a minute. We'll let.
No, okay,
Oh,
yeah,
you-
go ahead. Go ahead, Luke.
Again, I
You've
Don't
never
have
have you ever had
much.
any?
not really. I do have one thing. It's one of those things that nobody's gonna care about.
Oh.
But I've been reading a lot of one thing I'm kind of I've been obsessed with for a while, but it's like I'm like going back and I like reading webcomics, like basically like comics like people publish online. And
Yes, I know what a webcomic is.
yes, and I've
Please explain it again.
like
I'm unaware of what a webcomic is.
I have like dozens of these that like I've been reading over the years, but like I haven't been reading much over the last little while. And over
Do you
the past,
bookmark them?
I do. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been going
Is
back.
it categorized under stuff? Because everyone knows stuff means porn.
Yes.
Is it next to your porn links?
Yes.
Mine's under music.
Mine's under my Tumblr app on my phone. Don't go to my Tumblr app.
Yeah.
Gross.
But yeah, no, I've been going back and like kind of catching up on all the ones that I've like haven't kept up with for like a year and stuff. So I've had so much to catch up on, and that's all I've been doing this week.
Sweet.
Cool. Okay, my favorite thing is 2, 1.
Taylor Swift.
Well, she's always. But last episode we were talking about Super Smash Bros. And I was really bitter and angry.
Oh, that's another thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing that shit hardcore.
Yes, I have.
Playing new Smash.
I don't have it yet.
Oh,
Do you have
I'm going to
3DS?
get. Yeah, I do.
Okay, yeah,
Of course
get
I-
it.
I have it with me.
It's back in my house. But
So I should have
live
been
really close.
playing it this whole time. Then,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
You jerk.
That's what Brody was
Brody
doing last time.
episode. He was
You're
trying
a
to play it
jerk.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's obviously one of them, and the other one is actually kind of not obscure, but as of a few days
Nothing
ago,
you do is obscure. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm so basic. I'm such a basic bitch.
You are absolutely basic.
I
bitch.
found a collection of old games while I was looking for my N64, and I found Downhill Domination for the PS2. Been crushing that shit hardcore the last few days. You're shaking your head in
Wow.
disapproval.
No, that's awesome.
Oh
No, I'm shaking my head like, wow, I haven't heard that title
I've been
in
playing
a
it.
while.
If I go home right now, it's still paused on my old PS2 because I stopped mid race because I had to go do this. But I've been loving that shit. It's as good as it was the day it came out. I love that game. Lincoln, what's your favorite thing of the week?
Recently I've been really into whittling. Creating no, I'm totally kidding. I've been listening to Gambino's new EP and mixtape since they dropped on Friday. I've kind of been obsessed with it. And then I've rewatched his new music video since yesterday, like probably 5 or 6 times.
You act like that's a large number.
Well, in my busy schedule, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Fair enough.
I keep forgetting you have a life.
Yeah, I do.
We're not used to having people on the podcast with lives.
No.
Well, there you go. That's our 3 things there. That's our podcast. It ran a little long, but it was definitely more interesting than usual. We actually have somebody who's done shit, which is kind of cool.
Somebody who leads an interesting life.
Well, I appreciate
Despite
you
what
guys
you may
having me
say.
on. Thank you
We'll
very
definitely
much.
have you back for Mean Girls episode or Game of Thrones episode.
Doctor Who
Well, can we do
episode.
it on a Wednesday and can we wear pink?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
No, I'll definitely come on the Game of Thrones podcast because, and I'm not actually going to tell you why.
Okay. We're
Okay.
gonna find out after the episode. Yeah, and as always, we conclude this. See, this is the part where like the power went out. Let's cross our fingers.
Our power went out last
Yeah, I already
episode.
told
Yeah, he was telling me
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. We're gonna do our shoutouts as far as where you can find us on internet. We can social like Twitter,
Those
Instagram, Facebook, all that shit. You can find us. You can go first because ours are pretty normal, the same every week.
Oh,
Where can we
so,
find you? What do you want to shout out?
On Instagram, I'm Limpodicus, Limpoticus. Go to averageguyfromcanada.com, check out the video, or go and find that Instagram story I was talking about, the_day_we_met on Instagram. Go check those out, and obviously,
Tweet Jimmy Fallon.
yeah, tweet
Tell 'em.
tweet Jimmy Fallon.
Tweet the hell out of that.
Keep
shit.
watching the video, keep sharing the video. We'll
Keep
see.
listening to the podcast.
Yeah, and obviously listen to these 2 fine gentlemen.
Let's be honest. You're bringing more of an audience than we can bring already. So
Well, we'll see what happens.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can find them on all those, and I'm sure you'll stay tuned. I'm sure you'll hear them on this podcast again before, because now we're all BFFs and we're gonna do everything together.
Yeah.
Gestures. Yeah, as always, you can find us. The most important one is you can listen to our podcast at www.big-pixels.com.
And also find us on iTunes because apparently people have been having trouble with our website lately. So
Yeah.
check us out on iTunes.
Everyone has an iPod or an iPhone. Everyone has an iPhone or an iPod. It's the easiest.
don't.
It's the most convenient way because I have it. On my iPod. Every time a new episode comes out, it's on my iPod. I can listen to it if I want. I don't, but
Be sure to rate us, review us. It really
yeah. Have we got any reviews?
really helps us out, guys.
Yeah, but nice reviews, no mean reviews. That doesn't
Yeah.
help us. That just
No,
makes us
we've
feel
only
bad.
had the one review.
Yeah.
We've had a couple people that have been telling me that they've checked it out.
My
and
parents
they
said it was
like
nice, so
Yeah.
thumbs up to that.
Yeah.
And as always, our Twitters, Luke is at Cynical Rainbows,
On Instagram, I'm DEXHI.
whatever that means. And mine, I think all mine are the same across. I'm at Kilkenny, and that's K1LL, See what I mean by like being late to the domain game?
Ah,
Yeah. No, I had to go with the one. Yeah, and my Instagram as well is at Kilkenny, and that's about all. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna show my Facebook. We're setting up a Facebook.
Meant to
We're-
have it like by
last
Sunday.
week, but somebody's
know.
waiting for something. But we'll
Put it up.
well, yeah, we're gonna have that Facebook up and going here pretty soon, which will be once it's up. I'll plug it everywhere and make sure everyone knows about it to the point where it's annoying, and that'll probably be the best way to find us.
Isn't already.
Because our podcast does have a Twitter. It is at big_pixels.
We're just terrible at
Twitter. Twitter is such a
promotion.
weird thing. But
I
yeah,
love
that's about
Twitter.
it.
We're just
And
terrible at it.
I guess this is the part where we say goodbye. Any final words, Lincoln?
Adios, amigos.
Yeah,
Hasta la vista, baby. I'll be back.
Bach.
Bach.
I'll be back.
I don't know. Thanks, guys.
You be Mozart.
Yeah, thanks for having. It means a lot to actually have you on here and be interested in this and be excited for this.
No, I had a lot of fun.
Usually when people come on, they're like, "Fine, come on, like whatever, just stop annoying me." About
No,
it.
any
Kenny,
chance
why
for
are you
me
in
to
my
be
bedroom right now?
any chance for me to be like a whore and talk about myself?
Doesn't
I'll
it feel
take
good? That's
It
why.
feels
That's
a-
why I
it
started.
does.
This
That's why I can
podcast.
relate to you when you're like, I'm so vain. It's like, yeah,
It
no,
feels
I get
so
you.
good.
I get you.
Good. When you have your all your stuff, your TV show, whatever, I'll be on it. Yeah, as always, guys, thank you for listening. Stay tuned for next week because we'll have a brand new episode. And as always, watch out for Ebola and don't drink and drive. Bye.
Bye.
Don't.